like board games, you're invited.
The Phantom Meeple, the Phantom Meeple, the Phantom Meeple, the Phantom Meeple.
Hello, hello, everybody. Who could blame you if you find a new hobby?
The Phantom Meeple, the Phantom Meeple, the Phantom Meeple, the Phantom Meeple.
So glad you're here, watching my channel. You know Phantom, keep it cozy like a flannel.
The Phantom Meeple, the Phantom Meeple, the Phantom Meeple, the Phantom Meeple.
Thank you for coming, look at the time. The ghost of tabletop, future going live.
The Phantom Meeple, the Phantom Meeple, the Phantom Meeple, the Phantom Meeple.
Hello, hello, everybody. Hello, hello, everybody. Everybody, 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 everybody. Like board game, like board game. If you like board game, if you like board games, you're invited. If you like board games, you're invited.
The Phantom Meeple, the Phantom Meeple, the Phantom Meeple, the Phantom Meeple.
Hello, hello, everybody. Who could blame you if you find a new hobby?
The Phantom Meeple, the Phantom Meeple, the Phantom Meeple, the Phantom Meeple.
So glad you're here, watching my channel. You know Phantom, keep it cozy like a flannel.
The Phantom Meeple, the Phantom Meeple, the Phantom Meeple, the Phantom Meeple.
Thank you for coming, look at the time. The ghost of tabletop, future going live.
The Phantom Meeple, the Phantom Meeple, the Phantom Meeple, the Phantom Meeple.
Hello, hello, everybody. Hello, hello, everybody. Everybody, 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 everybody. Like board game, like board game. If you like board game, if you like board games, you're invited. If you like board games, you're invited.
The Phantom Meeple, the Phantom Meeple, the Phantom Meeple, the Phantom Meeple.
Hello, hello, everybody. Who could blame you if you find a new hobby?
The Phantom Meeple, the Phantom Meeple, the Phantom Meeple, the Phantom Meeple.
So glad you're here, watching my channel. You know Phantom, keep it cozy like a flannel.
The Phantom Meeple, the Phantom Meeple, the Phantom Meeple, the Phantom Meeple.
Thank you for coming, look at the time. The ghost of tabletop, future going live.
The Phantom Meeple, the Phantom Meeple, the Phantom Meeple, the Phantom Meeple.
Hello, hello, everybody. Hello, hello, everybody. Everybody, 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 everybody. Like board game, like board game. If you like board game, if you like board games, you're invited. If you like board games, you're invited.
The Phantom Meeple, the Phantom Meeple, the Phantom Meeple, the Phantom Meeple.
Hello, hello, everybody. Who could blame you if you find a new hobby?
The Phantom Meeple, the Phantom Meeple, the Phantom Meeple, the Phantom Meeple.
So glad you're here, watching my channel. You know Phantom, keep it cozy like a flannel.
The Phantom Meeple, the Phantom Meeple, the Phantom Meeple, the Phantom Meeple.
Thank you for coming, look at the time. The ghost of tabletop, future going live.
The Phantom Meeple, the Phantom Meeple, the the Phantom People, the Phantom People.
Hello, hello, everybody. Hello, hello, everybody. Everybody, 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 everybody. Like board game, like board game. If you like board game, if you like board games, you're invited.
Phantom People, the Phantom People.
Hello, hello, everybody. Who could blame you if you find a new hobby?
The Phantom People, the Phantom People, the Phantom People, the Phantom People.
So glad you're here, watching my channel. You know, Phantom, keep it cozy like a flannel.
The Phantom People, the Phantom People, the Phantom People, the Phantom People.
Thank you for coming. Look at the time. The ghost of tabletop, future going live.
The Phantom People, the Phantom People, the Phantom People, the Phantom People.
Hello, hello, everybody. Hello, hello, everybody. Everybody, 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 everybody. Like board game, like board game. If you like board game, if you like board games, you're invited.
Phantom People, the Phantom People, the Phantom People.
Hello, hello, everybody. Who could blame you if you find a new hobby?
The Phantom People, the Phantom People, the Phantom People, the Phantom People.
So glad you're here, watching my channel. You know, Phantom, keep it cozy like a flannel.
The Phantom People, the Phantom People, the Phantom People, the Phantom People.
Thank you for coming. Look at the time. The ghost of tabletop, future going live.
The Phantom People, the Phantom People, the Phantom People, the Phantom People.
Hello, hello, everybody. Hello, hello, everybody. Everybody, 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 everybody. Like board game, like board game. If you like board game, if you like board games, you're invited.
Phantom People, the Phantom People, the Phantom People.
Hello, hello, everybody. Who could blame you if you find a new hobby?
The Phantom People, the Phantom People, the Phantom People, the Phantom People.
So glad you're here, watching my channel. You know, Phantom, keep it cozy like a flannel.
The Phantom People, the Phantom People, the Phantom People, the Phantom People.
Thank you for coming. Look at the time. The ghost of tabletop, future going live.
The Phantom People, the Phantom People, the Phantom People, the Phantom People.
Hello, hello, everybody.
Back to the show.
Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome, welcome. I am Joe, aka Phantom Meeple, as always. And as always, I forgot to turn on music because it's been like 3 weeks since we've done this.
Do we know how to do this anymore?
No, what is Twitch? Like, what is this thing we're doing here?
We
Like,
don't even know.
I don't even know. But anyway, there we go. Now we got some... No, we don't. I have to log back in. Great.
Technical difficulties. Well, I'm Abby, the Baker Meeple.
Yeah, you introduce yourself. Be useful.
Resident Potato. Resident Harasser. I think that's pretty much what I do around here.
Resident Harasser. That sounds pretty good. I like that.
Yeah, I feel like I should actually add that to my business card.
Yeah, but that...
I'm not really a, solo Twitch streamer anymore, so I should just be, Resident Harasser of Phantom Meeple. If you get one, we're like Frasier and Niles Crane. If you get one,
you get that other one?
The other one.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It's, we're like a 2-for-1 deal or something.
Yeah. No, but honestly, yeah, I forgot that my computer restarted, so that means it signs me out of everything, and I probably should have checked this, and I didn't, so, what are you going to do?
We're just going to definitely have our stuff together.
There we go. Now we got it.
It's like you're the Resident Evil. Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, Resident something.
Resident, yeah.
But anyway, now that we got some music going, now that we're not sitting in the background with complete silence. Yeah. So obviously we're back after a couple of week break. We did a little convention called Gen Con, which was absolutely amazing, and we're going to share our experiences with you all, and of course go through the pile of games that I've got sitting right down here that we brought back. And we will eventually play and stream on this channel.
Yep.
But I did a majority of the talking last year because I obviously went to Gen Con solo and worked. This year, Abby came with me, so I'm going to let her start. What were your highlights? Did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy finally meeting people behind the screen names? What was your overall impressions?
I liked meeting my friends. It was very nice to see my friends and give out the 7 dozen cookies that I made. I liked that part. I actually did not like Gen Con, period, outside of meeting my friends. I have a lot of big feelings on it, which if you've seen my Twitter posts, you're not like, oh my god, what? But seeing my friends was nice.
I mean, that was
and that's kind of where it ends. Seeing and spending time with my friends was nice. I didn't ever get to walk around the exhibit hall because it was either too nuts or we were busy. There were 70,000 people, which is 69.5 thousand too many for my liking.
Wait, 69.5%?
No, 69.5 thousand.
Oh, 69.5.
I know what I'm saying. God dang it. I don't know what I'm saying. It's been a week already.
It has been
Tuesday.
A week. Hey, speaking of friends, we got a bunch in chat already.
Yes, we do.
We got Ben. You finally got to meet Ben, which is great. Even though it was a quick little hello, but we did get to see Ben.
Yep.
Matt the Levy, hello. Eva Little, welcome in. Swook, of course, and anybody else that might be hanging around and or raiding in. Hello, Tiny. Welcome in. We were just getting ready to talk about our experiences at Gen Con. I think Abby's already said her piece that she absolutely hated it for some odd reason.
I mean, there's actually a whole host of reasons that I obviously have not been quiet about them. I think that Gen Con needs to do better at the very bare minimum. If I could literally just have a con where it was just hanging out with my friends and going to the group of events, that would be fine. Otherwise, yeah, like I said, didn't get to walk around the exhibit hall ever. I did maybe half of it tops. There were too dang many people. It was smelly as hell the few times I ever took off my mask, which that's why I wore my dang mask. COVID, yeah, we like to get rid of that, but also there are some nasties up in there. And
yeah.
I was not a fan. I took my mask off to drink in the, main area, and I was like, what? Nope. Gotta put that back on. And then cough drops became my best friend, not necessarily because my throat was sore, but, you nasties.
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked seeing my friends.
That was the best part.
And, then I liked Joe spending his money. I liked that part.
Of
I liked
course.
coming home with new games. Yeah, no, otherwise I think that genuinely it was pretty terrible.
Well, before I add to your experiences, thank you, Timey, for the raid.
Yes.
We appreciate you, my friend. Hopefully you were doing something amazing as always today. I know
I think he was playing Rococo.
Was he playing? I mean, Timmy can definitely tell us, but if he was playing Rococo, I mean, that's
I do love that game.
It is a really good game. Rococo is fantastic.
Love it.
Like, that was one you bought, like, what, year and a half ago or so?
Yes. I think so.
Yeah.
I bought it at Guardian. I do remember that much.
That's right. We bought that in Portland.
Yeah.
Yeah. Portland play Rococo. Yeah, Rococo is an amazing game.
Yeah, it was on my list to buy, and then we were in Portland, and I like tax-free shopping. So
that is true. We do like going to Oregon and getting a lot of free games.
That was why.
And that says you're not alone. I don't go for a reason.
It was, yeah. And like, I know everyone saw about the Lorcana poop show.
Okay. That's just a whole nother talking point.
Here's the thing, though. What really irritated me was, first off, Gen Con set a really horrible precedent by allowing people to line up starting the night before.
Yeah, at 6 p.m. the night before.
That sets a terrible precedent. But also, like, I know some of y'all saw it because I posted it everywhere on social medias. I'm going back to school. And part of why I'm going back to school is to, like, maybe pursue something in DEI, because I found that...
Oh, I gotta turn that off.
Oh, there's no contest.
Yeah, there's no contest.
Don't enter it. You will get nothing. But,
You get
yes.
nothing! You lose! Good day, sir!
That. So, I'm going back to school because I want to pursue, so I'm doing public health. I'm also going to plan to minor in accessibility studies, and then maybe pursue something with DEI involvement. And so I spent all of Gen Con genuinely irritated at that because they were like, line up, and someone's like, okay, but what about for ADA? And they're like, get wrecked. And that just like really actually killed my whole mood. I was like, you guys are assholes, to put it nicely. Yeah. I was like, wow, okay, cool. So I have an invisible illness. Like, most of the time I'm fine. I actually told Joe, I was like, I'm damn
You were
surprised.
good for the most part the entire weekend.
My mental health took a tumble, but physically I was doing okay, which was a surprising thing because there have been times like I have a cane. I haven't had to use it, thankfully, but like the biscuits are not worth the biscuits. And so it just really soured me. So I really just want to bring like 600 of my closest friends together. And that's what I want.
That makes sense. And we do have some more friends that came in. Dino Corky, hello.
Hi,
Hello.
Dino
Mistress
Corky.
Missy, welcome in.
Hello.
Glad to see you. And Time Roller, you have given me the perfect opportunity.
Yes. Yes, you did.
So you don't follow rules. We get that.
We know
You're
this.
a rebel. But you know what? You win, my friend. Mm-hmm. And this is for you. Congratulations on your prize. You did a thing.
You did a thing.
I actually just created that today because we were talking about putting that like on the channel for a long time.
Yes.
And we talked to our friend Del Demon, who does a lot of our art, and Abby wanted just the potato part of her Sailor Baker icon.
I did.
So he drew it, and I'm like, give me the potato. I got an idea, and
Because-
that's what became of it.
Strategy. Let's see if it pays off for 'em.
Thank you.
Was it with the chat with Matthew for Pride Month?
Yes.
Is that where I was like, I said something about being a... I was like, oh, I'm a tolerable potato. And Matthew was like, I need that on a t-shirt. So when after Gen Con, we went to visit our friends Mighty Migs and Del Demon.
Yeah.
And I was like, Del BT Dubs, do you have just the potato part? Because I want to put that on a t-shirt that just says tolerable potato. So look for that merch coming.
Yeah, that's going to be in the merch shop soon.
Not because I care if anyone else buys it, but because 100% I am buying like 5 copies of that t-shirt, and I will just wear it at the next like convention I go to. And so that way Joe could be like, has anyone seen the tolerable potato? And
yeah, they can just look for the t-shirt.
Exactly.
And you know what, Eva, I feel bad. You entered too. You did a thing too.
Yes.
There you go.
Everyone did it. So yes, that is my tolerable potato.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, so you obviously had some strong feelings about a lot of the policies and things that went on during Gen Con, which is understandable.
Yeah.
So let's talk about all the other things that you did enjoy that you've decided not to talk about.
I probably forgot because I have ADHD. I liked streaming with Ray.
I was about
Ray.
to say, why did you not bring up
I'm
like the
getting there.
highlight of the weekend?
Getting there because Ray was included in my friends.
Oh, got it.
First off, Ray is the most delightful peach. I just wanted to squeeze her all the time.
She is the best.
Second off, that Lords of Arnak. That's a whole different game.
that is a completely different.
The Lost Ruins of Arnak expansion. First off, if you haven't watched that stream on CGE.
Wait, you mean this expansion?
Yes. Segue. Get this. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the first expansion I liked. The expedition leaders, pretty cool. The 2 new expedition leaders are my new favorites. I don't care what came in that first box. They're not my favorites anymore. This is good, and I love it because also I think it's great that they put in 2 dummy leaders.
There is.
So you don't even need the first expansion, which I love because then it's like, heck yes. So, this was a highlight. What other am I forgetting? I'm sure I'm forgetting a whole...
There definitely is a whole lot, but to finish the segue, if y'all notice, this is still in shrink.
Yeah.
And there is a reason it is still in shrink.
Because... Hold on. Hold on.
Our copy is right here.
What? Oh my gosh, Joe, why is there 2 copies of The Lost Ruins of Arnak? The Missing Expedition expansion.
Well, you know what? This is a good time to actually go to the top down. So let me go ahead and switch to that real quick. Yeah, so there's a reason we have 2 copies of this. So what was supposed to happen during the stream is it was going to be me, it was going to be you, and it was going to be Eric Yurko of What's Eric Playing, and we were going to be on the CGE stream checking out this new expansion. Turns out, if y'all were paying attention during the stream, Ray had mentioned that Eric wasn't feeling well, and he actually got heat exhaustion that day, which he later announced on Twitter that he didn't think it was heat exhaustion, it was probably COVID.
Yay.
But anyway, he didn't make the stream. So Ray was going to give each of us a copy of these, and we end the stream, and we're about to walk away, and she's like, oh, here's your copy of the expansion. And she's like, do you want the other one? I'm like, well, we don't need 2 copies, but if you don't care, or if CG doesn't care that we do a giveaway, we'll gladly take it. And she's like, yeah, absolutely. So in a couple weeks, probably next month after Labor Day sometime, we are going to be giving away this second in-shrink copy of the Missing Expedition expansion for y'all to win.
Yeah.
So, excellent segue, my dear.
Yeah, thanks. Also...
So, you know what? I'm gonna let you do this one. This is the first thing we're going to take a look at. And as I mentioned, both copies provided by CGE. So go ahead and take it away, Abby, my dear. Explain what you will.
So, first off, let me put it out here where my little potato arms can reach. You have 2 new peoples. Okay? Joe played one of the people.
That's too far.
That's too...
There we go.
Come closer. Too close! Too close. You have 2 new people. Where the heck? Oh my gosh. Okay.
They're at the bottom. I had to put them
have
together.
it together, you guys. Okay. So.
Yeah, let's okay, quiz time. Let's see what you remember.
This is the mechanic. Oh.
We got. We're doing top down, my dear.
This is the mechanic. This is who Joe played. This thing is really snazzy. And dun 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 dun, you get a 3rd helper.
Yes, you get Rusty the monkey.
So
Although I wanted it to be your name Ratchet, but they didn't pick my name.
That is super duper cool.
Don't worry, Ava. Just just lots of patience. We will get to the giveaway eventually.
And then this is the journalist. I played the journalist. I like the journalist because he don't really care too much about like doing the exploring stuff. He likes the story, the gossip. He likes the tea that is on all the other things. So essentially, it was nice.
Like that tea?
No. I mean, actually, it might be that tea.
You talk about the journalist.
Thank you. I was gonna say, brain fart. So, I got to essentially let Joe and Ray like do all the hard exploring work, and I just like tunneled behind, and I was like, story, story. So, I love that. It also comes with a new temple.
Times a journalist related to Honey Badger. He don't care.
He don't care. Also, with the journalist, okay, so like, I didn't play the mechanic. It looked pretty snazzy. But with the journalist, your book can go above your magnifying glass, which I loved, because on the first round, I was essentially able to get my assistant.
Yeah, you got your first assistant right off the bat, which is really, really nice.
So helpful. And then it comes with a new temple board.
2 new temples.
2 new temples. It's dual-sided, y'all. In case you wanted to know, it is dual-sided.
Yeah, so we played the Waterfall Temple, which is really awesome because it's got this great mechanism that there's waterfall tiles that will move once somebody crosses the threshold. So over here and over here, it's going to change as you go up, which is really, really fun. And then the other research track, which we did not get a chance to look at, and I don't know what it's called off the top of my head.
It's called
the Tree Temple, which is on the other side. So yeah, so 2 new temples, which is really awesome. And then the thing I'm probably second most excited about, other than the mechanic,
is the campaign.
The resettable campaign that
So
you can
excited.
play through. So not going to go through the book because there are spoilers in here, but it tells you to read the back first. It tells you how to set up a campaign deck. And yeah, really, really excited to really dig into this. The 2 new leader expansions are fantastic. Like I said, Abby already explained the journalist, but the mechanic is so dang good. Like this widget wheel, like you can go back and watch
Joe
the stream.
chained it.
Like I figured out like the intricacies of this widget wheel and I just kept churning away at like stuff. It was really, really good. So if you get the right cards and can make use of this widget wheel, the mechanic is a force to be reckoned with, which is amazing. So really, really amazing leaders for this expansion. And yeah, super, super excited to play it and share it with you all and give away a copy. Hello, Shadowrunner. Welcome in.
Hello.
Glad to see you, friendo. We just started going through our Gen Con haul. We just finished talking about the new Lost Ruins of Arnak expansion, which, as we said, CGE was super kind enough not only to give us this copy as a thank you for streaming with Ray, we also have a second in shrink copy, which we're going to be giving away next month, probably after Labor Day. We'll have to figure out that stream.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the first thing to start it off.
Did we say hi to Dino Corgi? And
No, we did say hi to Dino Corgi.
I forgot.
If we did not, you can say hi to them again.
Hello, Dino Corgi. I am so pumped that I got to meet you IRL.
Yeah, you know what? I'll tell you what. I'll let you do
Next game.
that next.
Next game is. I was very excited for this one.
Yeah, it's there we go.
Yeah. It's complicated. From my favorite Dino Corgi.
There we go.
So Joe and Jess played this. Well, I just got.
That's true. You just kind of watched.
I watched, which was lovely.
Hold on, let me go out just a little bit more. There we go.
I'm very stoked for this because, as you can see, it is a poster, and all of the pieces you need are
right here at the bottom, which is fantastic.
I love it. Yeah. If you did not watch Joe and Jess, you need to go watch it.
Well, we lasted like barely one round.
Joe got like real fed up, and he's like, "I'm just gonna take everyone down." And
and I did.
He did. He just was like,
I did. I think it wound up that Jess and I both lost.
Yeah. He was like, either I win or we both lose. And spoiler alert, they both lost.
Yeah, we both lost.
But yes, the amazing Dino Corgi was kind enough to gift us this, and I'm super pumped because like I did want to play, but I was very tired.
Yeah, I mean we're definitely gonna have to figure out how to like
frame it.
Yeah, we definitely should frame this.
First round, you both lost completely. It was
impressive. It definitely was impressive. But no, this was super fun, and thank you very much for giving us this this poster of this ridiculously convoluted but extremely fun game.
Yeah, it was fun to watch too. So like, I'm just sitting there going, oh my God, is Joe going to end it?
Oh, I
Is
ended
he
it
going to
already.
end it? And he did. He ended it wholeheartedly, which was lovely.
Yeah, but it was still super fun.
Yes. Also, thank you to Dino Corgi for keeping me company while Joe went into the hall on Wednesday, and I was just abandoned by everybody standing out there looking sad.
Yeah, and that's when they gave this to you.
Yeah. And then I like found Joe and I was like, I have a present. And he's like, what? And I was like, I saw Jack. And he's like, oh. I was like, you just missed them. Womp womp.
Yep.
Everything looked slightly mentally obliterated the 2 times I said, yeah. I don't think I've mentally recovered from that either.
No. So also another Dino Corgi special,
Yeah.
which is thanks to their shop, is Funfair.
Yay! Yes. Anyone who went to the TLN meetup got this. So that was very exciting.
Yeah, so many thanks to Good Games Indie
Yes.
for this copy. So
Oh, that's
what?
I got this. It's because
Really? Did you just get it?
listen, you guys, obviously, if you've been around, you know that I am sometimes very slow.
Did you not realize that the publisher is also the game shop?
I knew that. I was testing you. I did a thing.
This is gonna get a lot of use, folks.
It is, yeah. Welcome to the most used thing on our channel now.
Solar flares in the top down are blind. Yeah.
Yeah, it's because it's just the sun is hitting just right from behind everything.
Yeah.
And there's no way to hide it, we found, which makes it problematic.
Ava says, I enjoy this game. It's so peaceful of a game, and if you like it but want more meat, get Unfair.
Yeah.
So I was just about to mention that.
Yeah,
So
'cause we love Unfair.
We love Unfair. Like I think the fun of Unfair is like the really mean like take that mechanisms.
Oh, Timey, you know me so well. Yes, I do love Unfair. I think it is one of the very few games that, like, no questions asked, we have every expansion for it. Like,
I know.
every time they come out with a new one, it's not a question.
It's an instant back. Like
Yeah.
we're still waiting on the next one.
We are. Even though we're like, we're done with Kickstarters, we're not backing anything, we're not buying anything. A new Unfair thing comes up, and I'm like, you got that, right? And he's like, obviously. So yes, I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, the next one should be coming soon, because I think the last Kickstarter update I got, it might be on a boat or about to be on a boat. I'm not sure, but
It's somewhere.
anyway, so Funfair is Unfair's kinder, gentler sibling, where it doesn't have the Unfair cards halfway through the game messing literally everything up. But it still has all the other intricacies of the game. So you're still building a theme park, you're still trying to get combos and build rides as high as possible. I haven't unpacked all the cards yet, but they're pretty much the same as they are in Unfair, with the exception that there's no Unfair cards. I'd be curious to see how this plays without the
The designer says Unfair is designed for his wife and Funfair is
design for his mom. You know,
That makes sense.
that makes total sense.
That makes sense.
But see, here's the thing: like, I mean, Unfair is great as it is. Like, I don't think you needed to take out the,
I don't think.
you know,
Yeah.
I don't think you needed to take out the Unfair part of it.
Yeah. I think that was actually part of what.
But if
makes
you
it.
wanted to make this approachable from like a kid's or a family standpoint, I mean,
Yeah.
knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, we got that. Once again, thank you to Good Games Indie for giving us this copy. We
And for
greatly
hosting us.
appreciate, yeah, and for hosting the TLN meetup, which is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, we could definitely talk about that a little bit. So Saturday evening of Gen Con, we walked over there and a bunch of us content creators got together. A couple folks came by and we just had an amazing hangout.
Yeah. It was pretty fun. We did Buka before. recommend double checking to make sure
Yeah, make sure the air conditioning works.
make sure the places the air conditioning works, or you're gonna get real hot and real grumpy real fast.
Yeah, but it was super fun. You know, we all got to hang out. We took a group picture.
Yeah.
You know,
It was a madhouse is definitely the most.
that's probably a very
That's
good
Yeah, it was.
description of it. All right, what do you want to talk about next?
Surprise.
Surprise?
Yeah, just grab one and I'll start talking about it.
Okay, how about another one that you wanted?
Oh, heck yes. Okay. Yeah. The AC worked great at Good Games. Thank God. Otherwise, you wouldn't see me in the corner crying, like hardcore sobbing.
And of course, everything like popped out of the box because that's what this does.
Yeah, the Buka AC was not working.
There we go. But anyway, so yeah, the rich and the good. This is another one that you wanted.
I did. So as I said pre-Gen Con, I scrolled the lists up and down countless of times. I had maybe like 7 games that looked interesting to me. This was high on the list strictly because it is an economic management game with a twist. And we love a good twist.
Yeah. I mean, and I will say, like,
Also, first off, it's stunning.
like, just this board is absolutely gorgeous. I gotta say, it's simple, but it's just wonderful. Like,
Yeah.
it's a wonderful interpretation of like a stock market in like the 16th or 17th century. Like, it just totally gives that vibe, and I absolutely love it.
Yeah. Also, it comes with
Oh yeah, the
Card
wooden
holders.
card stands. Yeah, these.
that.
Yeah, they're nice and sturdy.
but it is not just about becoming the richest person.
No,
If you are the richest person, but you've made the least amount of donations to charity, you lose.
Yeah, you're out of the game, which is great.
So you have to balance becoming the richest person, but also making the most donations to charity. And I love that good little twist. So that is the whole dang reason that this was very high on my list to get.
Yeah. Let's see. Missy says we had some AC issues in our hotel conference room too. The Sheraton basement, however, was nice and cold. The entire Sheraton was nice.
It
and
was
cold.
always so cold. That was the best part. I mean, like, mind you, you were trucking it.
Yeah,
but like those doors opened.
Exactly. We may have been like 5 blocks away from the convention center, but let me tell you what.
And they had flavored water.
Oh yeah, the fruit infused water every day.
Water every single day. The only time we didn't get it, I think, is when we were coming back like 11 o'clock at night. But otherwise, yeah, fruit infused water, and those doors opened, and all you felt was cold. Also, we found out after we trucked it to the Kroger that there was a Dollar General Express
Yeah, like just
a
down
block
the
and a
block
half
from us.
down. So if I go to Gen Con again, it's a big if, I would totally love to stay there again because it was a little bit out of the way. So like you were able to actually like decompress a little bit because you weren't constantly surrounded by people. It wasn't too far from Coker. I'm
Nope.
just lazy. But it wasn't a bad walk. We did it with a bunch of groceries. But also being close to the Dollar General. And yeah, 10 out of 10. Do recommend. Also, the hotel managers and staff were super great. Like the one night Joe wasn't even there and I was like, hey, can you ask them for more pillows and blankets? And the night manager came and like knocked on the door and he's like, oh, first off, I couldn't figure out how to make the phones work.
Yeah, that was the weirdest.
He called and he was like, I ignored it the first time because at first I'm like, oh my God, the phone is ringing and it's just me. This is how I'm going to get murdered. But then he's like, oh, I thought you were just sleeping. Because when I answered the second time, I finally figured out how to make it work. But then he came right up and he brought 2 extra bottles of ice cold water and then apologized because my blanket was a little wet because he was holding the water bottle against it. And I'm like, the fact that you are even considerate enough to like realize that is beautiful. And also I wouldn't need extra blankets if I didn't turn my hotel room down to 62 degrees, but I like to freeze. So
This is true.
I slept with 3 blankies on the whole time and it was great. But yeah, back to this.
Yeah, so back to the rich and the good.
ADHD. Next time you can hang in Louisville with me.
If we had
Yeah.
known, Matt, we would definitely
I
would
was
have made
gonna
some
say,
time.
that was poor and I'm so sad because my parents live right in Louisville And so next time we go, we will make sure to tell you to be like, you have to actually hang out with us because we're in your city.
Yes, absolutely. And thank you for the lurk down, Courtney.
Yeah.
We appreciate you. We appreciate you being here.
But yeah, so this game was like number 2 on my list to buy. And my number 1 game didn't even make it to the convention. So
No.
it was okay. This became my number 1 game.
No, because and funny thing is, when I went to get this game, so Ares Games was actually the same publisher of your number 1 game,
which was
DEFCON 1, which got delayed in shipping and is not going to be out until September, but did manage to pre-order it. So so technically that is a Gen Con buy.
We'll still get it.
It's just not going to be here for the haul review. But yeah, so I mean, I read a little bit about this game. So apparently it's a reprint. I did not know that. I thought this was just a brand new game, but no, this is a reprint. And yeah, I love me some economic games, and the fact that you have to balance between getting rich and, you know, giving to charity is really, really fun.
Yeah.
Like, player boards, really, really nice. Wooden pieces are absolutely great. My only complaint, luckily money is not secret in this game, so this paper money will probably never get used. We'll probably use poker chips like we always do, but I do appreciate a good stack of paper money.
To be fair, some people really dig paper money. We are just very much...
No, we are.
I think it's our train games because we're like,
That's
no.
true. If we were not 18xx players, we would not have like iron clays and poker chips. But...
Yeah, we got spoiled having those. So now that's my choice of money for every game.
That is very true. Miss, I'm jealous you went to the restaurant my favorite band owns. I have no reason to go to Kentucky. At least I get to see them in a couple of weeks. Yeah, see, we didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First off, you can go to Kentucky just to drink. That's what I technically do.
Exactly.
I mean, like visiting my family. I love them and all, but there's some good bourbon down there.
That is true. Like honestly, we'll go back to Louisville. We just won't tell your parents that we're there.
We'll give it a day or two before we're just like, oh, be too done.
Yeah, like we'll do everything we want to do. Like we'll see our friends. We'll you know, do all the good stuff, and then we'll be like, surprise, we're here.
Surprise, shouties.
No, truth be told, like, I don't know how the heck it worked out that like almost a quarter of our friends are in Michigan.
Yeah, which is real funny because
like between Rock, between Jen, Missy, and then like I said, your like childhood friend Jordan is in Michigan.
Yeah,
so,
because
like,
I grew up there, so a bulk of my like friends and family are still there.
Hi Panda.
Hi.
Appreciate the lurk.
So yeah, I'm just like, he's like, oh yeah, this is so-and-so, and they're from Michigan. And I'm like, oh yeah, I know where that is because that's where I grew up. In the middle of nowhere in Michigan. So we're definitely trying to now plan a Michigan trip because he's like, we actually have friends there.
Yeah,
like,
we have lots of friends in Michigan, and I've never been, so I need to cross another state off my list.
Yeah, and plus then you can go to the best beaches ever on Lake Michigan, and I am biased. And I will fight anybody who says the Lake Michigan is not the best.
Yeah, and Time Go Red Wings? No.
You can't do that.
No.
No.
Absolutely not. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
Yes, great. Honestly, if we could have like swung it in like 2 weeks,
Yeah.
we totally would do it. But next year, I think we're gonna plan a Michigan trip, and we'll check out Grand Con.
Yeah, because it's a whopping 45 minutes from my grandma.
Yeah, there we go.
And we do love free housing.
Yep. All right. What shall we talk about next?
I don't know. Just grab another surprise, and I'll tell people why I bought it.
All right, I'll grab another. You know what? I'm gonna let you tell this story.
Oh no.
Let me go to the super zoomed in mode, and I'm gonna let you tell the story. Yes. Hi, everybody.
Dr. Scott!
Sorry, Matt the Levy is gonna. We're gonna have to fight now. Don't tempt me to come to Kentucky and drink bourbon and fight you. Okay?
Yeah. All right. So you get to talk about why we have this.
Yeah. Okay. So Wednesday, as we were standing there, so mind you, we went over to the convention center early only to initially meet up with my cousin who funny enough, also owns a board game cafe in Michigan.
Oh yeah, we totally should have wore those shirts today. We didn't even think about it.
We should have. So if you are in the Lansing area, check out Homebrew Gaming Lounge. Tell them Abby and Joe sent you, and go play some of our games, because we sent them over to them at one point. So we're standing there, like we had shitty chatted with a whole bunch of people. And all of a sudden, I hear somebody yell, "Oh my God, you're so much taller in person," or something along those lines.
I think it was exactly that.
And I'm just like, who the... I know you ain't talking to me, all 5'2" on a great day, like, but it was Seppi, and we love Seppi.
We do love Seppi.
And so Seppi was like, "Oh, tell all your media friends to come find me if they want a free game." And so that's how we got Hedgehog.
Yeah, so he's like, I got 3 games on me. I forget what the other 2. Oh, he had Mouse Cat Cheese Cucumber.
And then the other one I think was a party game.
Yeah, I forget which one. And Hedgehog Hop. So
Yeah.
I was like, you choose, and you wound up choosing Hedgehog Hop.
I did, because it was the one I was gonna purchase if I didn't get the Mouse
Cat Cheese Cucumber.
Yeah, that one. I actually went back and forth between the two of them and decided that. So that's why we have that.
Yeah, so there you go. So thank you to Fight in a Box and Seppi for this free copy of Hedgehog Hop.
Yes.
I have played it before. It's a very, very cute game. It's a very interesting twist on set collection, which is really, really fun. So you have a bunch of hedgehogs at a dance party, and they're all dancing. So like you've got ones that hop. You've got ones that are grooving. You got ones that are sliding. But notice that there's no down arrow. And do you know why?
Why?
Because they're already getting down.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, Seppi told me that one, and I just lost it. But anyway, super cute game, really, really cute, and thank you for the copy, Seppi. We heart you here.
Yes, Missy, it is in Grand Ledge. I just double checked it to be sure. Yes. So if you go in there, and you just go, "Hey, I know Joe and Abby," and then you can say hi to my cousin.
All right, next one.
Next one.
This one definitely counts as a Gen Con purchase because it came during Gen Con.
Heck yeah!
Enemy, and enemy!
Obviously, we love Trick Takers. Obviously, we love Daniel Newman. I love Sea Creatures. And I also super love Octonauts, which is where the name comes from.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and open this because y'all, you need to see the art on these cards. It is
oh my god, yes.
Beautiful.
So I think I posted a picture because they released the artwork on shirts, and so I bought a tank top, which is now permanently grease stained by a sandwich that was too darn big. It was like the size of my whole arm. Worth it.
Yeah,
but
the artwork on these cards is just absolutely amazing.
Yes.
Like, so you got the t-shirt with the
no, the octopus.
Oh, the octopus.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there we go. The blue
just
ones.
Look at that. How can you not love him?
Like seriously, this art is so good.
It's so good.
And we got the shrimp.
I
we
am
got the
thinking about buying a
stingrays.
shrimp shirt. I'm not gonna lie.
And then of course we have the enemy cards.
Yes. So
which is really amazing. Like, yeah, this art is just so well done.
we played this Saturday with Alone Shark and Taco Maniac, and 10 out of 10. I love it so much.
Yeah, for a must not follow trick taker.
Yeah.
Very, very fun.
So if you did not purchase it, you should try to find a way to purchase it because it is super duper fun.
Well, I think this is one that they are direct selling on their website. So
that's what I thought.
this wasn't crowdfunding. This was straight up, hey, if you want this game, go to New Mill Industries website and just buy it. I think it was maybe $20.
I got a Krabby added to my sleeve. Heck yeah.
Nice.
It'll be pinching a rainbow. I love it.
Yeah, so enemy, really, really fantastic trick taker, and
Super easy to learn. And
Yeah.
like it's super easy to pick up. So do definitely recommend.
definitely.
Okay, what you got next?
All right, so keeping on theme,
Yep.
Scout.
Okay, so you got to bring up the other Oink game because the only reason we have this one is because of the other Oink game.
This is true.
So we have picked up and put down Scout for the last 2 years. No shame. We like it, but is it something that would necessarily hit our table a lot? Not so much. We know a lot of people with it. But Oink Games got us real dang good. Because if you spent so much money,
You got a
you
discount.
got a discount. So, this was a must buy for me because they're like, if you like Scout, you should try this. And I was like, heck yeah, I'm in. And so essentially we needed to buy Scout to get the discount. So we finally purchased Scout. Because we played Scout. We love Scout. This one I'm super duper stoked for.
Same.
And I think we're gonna play it next week.
Yeah, go ahead and open it up.
Because first off, it is just super duper pretty. Where are the things? Here are
The tiles.
yeah, those tiles. They're like mahjong tiles.
They're like
Like the
mahjong quality
field?
tiles, like really nice.
So good, and just everything. It's just so pretty.
Yeah.
So this was one I actually did no research on, but I had seen enough people complain about missing it on Friday.
Well, that's the thing. Like
because it was sold out.
Yeah, on Friday they had a sign like in front of the booth that they were completely sold out of this game. And when you told me you wanted to buy this, I was just like, it's sold out. Like,
But
that's
I had
not
actually,
a thing.
so Oink was like 2 or 3 booths down from Weird Giraffe, which is where we were working.
We were where we were working, exactly.
And I saw a sign saying that they had more of Tiger and Dragon. And I was like, you know what? I don't know about it, but it seems to be pretty hyped. I'm just gonna, we're just gonna do it because we had to walk past it to exit.
Yep.
And so I told Joe, I'm like, oh, I want to stop at Oink to get Tiger and Dragon. He's like, they don't even have it. I'm like, no, they did get more stock in today. So I just want to grab it while I can. And he's like, okay. And then they had a sign and they're like, if you like Scout, try this. And I was like, sweet. I was going to get it anyways.
Yep. So it turned out that if you spent like over $50, you got like a $4 discount. So yeah, that's the whole reason why we have Scout, just for the discount. Although we have played Scout, fantastic game,
Yeah.
really love it.
We love it.
And we finally have it.
And now we're not depending on our friends to bring it.
Yep, exactly. All right, I'm gonna let you talk about these two because it is your fault. We have these.
Yeah.
What the heck is that thing going
I don't
off?
know what that was.
Yeah, we can't. I don't know what alert keeps going off, but nothing keeps popping up.
Yeah. Sorry if you're doing something and we don't see it. So we can talk about it now. We've playtest for Funko. We've mentioned that before because we're local to Funko games. This was one we got to playtest. Instantly fell in love with it. But not only did the both of us fall in love with it, our kid fell in love with it.
Mm-hmm.
And when I tell you, viciously, that we would finish a game and they were like, more. And we're like, Jesus, okay, gosh. And so, Arnell, who did some of the artwork for this, posted on Twitter a while ago. They were doing a giveaway, and then I won a copy of the game. And now, because I am a sucker for things like this, I can't stop buying these little things. So my first one came with 2 extra people to the boosters, and I got both holographic characters. So then I was just kind of pushing it. Sadly, I broke my all holographic character streak this time.
No, you did.
Which made me sad a little bit.
Yeah, because who did you get in your dark side booster?
TX20.
Yeah, but in your light side booster, you got
holographic Yoda.
You got holographic Yoda,
Yes.
which is I think great.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna lie.
Seriously, that is just so cute. I love that.
It cracked me up because I was like, oh yeah, let me just go to Funko and just grab some more boosters while I'm thinking about it. And so I did, and then I was like, oh, I didn't get a holographic one. I'm so sad.
No, but you know what? 1 out of 2.
3 out of 4
1 out of 2
my...
is not bad,
Yeah.
and the fact that you have 3 out of the 8 of them is just
that's
great.
pretty good for me. But also, so there's a pin bazaar, which I had forgotten about, but then I was like, oh, they're like, here's your pin for Funko, and it was Ghostface, which the child and I recently binged the first 4 Scream movies, both fell in love with Ghostface, and so I was hella stoked to get the Ghostface pin, just because I love Ghostface. But I really love Funko games, and this one was it was gonna be an instant purchase, and then we won a copy of it, which made it even better. So now I just keep buying these dang booster packs.
Yep, there you go.
It's that gotcha mechanic.
It is definitely that guy.
It definitely got me. See what I did there?
Yep, definitely. All right, next up on the list. What did I? Oh, there it is. I'm like, what did I do with the remote?
Oh, hello.
Hey, Old Man Coaster, welcome in. Amazing meeting you at Gen Con. Super, super fun. I don't think you did get to meet Bill.
I was just like, oh my god, I'm so sorry that I forgot that I met you. Did we meet?
So,
if we met, it was really nice meeting you, and I'm sorry that I totally...
It might have been quick, so I first met him at the BIPOC Lounge, and then he was also at the TLN meetup.
I didn't actually meet a lot of people at the TLN meetup because I was in the middle of a game.
Yeah,
And then
no worries. But, yeah. But anyway, it was amazing to meet you. I mean, Abby doesn't remember. I think
It's not
maybe,
personal. It's
yeah,
fine.
it's definitely not personal. All right, next up. Really proud of this one.
Yes.
The new Disney Sorcerers Arena expansion.
Yeah.
So,
This was also on our list.
yeah, this is on our list. Really, really fun time playtesting this one because this is really, really fun. But the story behind getting this was absolutely amazing. So I decided to do some cheat shopping on Thursday because I had a perfect opportunity.
Not as long of a line as Lorcana. No.
No, as a
For
matter of
reason.
fact, it was
a reason.
It was a non-existent line to get this, and I'm going to share why.
Also, Gen Con hack. Work for someone who will give you an exhibitor's badge because Joe did 90% of our shopping Thursday morning.
I did.
Before the doors even opened, like he came out, or like I think we met inside at 10:30, but he had the bulk of our shopping done.
Yeah.
Which made it really easy for me because I didn't have to like worry about being anxious.
Which was great. So first off, we'll look at the minis because seriously, if anybody ever did Shrinky Dinks as a kid,
Yes.
like
these are
these
like
are
professional
like-
shrinky dinks.
yeah, they're just so good. Let me zoom in on these. I absolutely love them. They're so just well done and quality. But anyway, back to the story. Exhibit badge the only way I was able to get boo. Yeah.
Yeah.
I missed out on that one, not gonna lie. But anyway, so on Thursday I get the bright idea. I'm like, let me steal your badge. I'll get into the exhibit hall at like 8 o'clock. And, I know some booths don't like selling to exhibitors early, but some do. So I was like, I'm going to take a chance. I'm gonna go cheat shopping. So I grab her badge, and thankfully I got to miss all of the first Lorcana madness, which I'm really glad I did. We got to see a video of it. Anyway, long story short. So first booth I go to DeVere. And I grab a copy of Three Ring Circus, which we're going to look at next. Because that was, like, one of our, like, top 3 had to buy at Gen Con. Next, I go over to the Ops booth. And, of course, I had to go say hi to Fletch, because he's a friend and, amazing designer. And I wasn't even going to ask for the favor. I'm just like, hey, I'm here to get the expansion. And he's like... He tells me to come closer, and he whispers in my ear because he didn't want people to hear. He's like, we got 30 copies of this in. And this is on Thursday before the exhibit hall opens. I'm like,
So that's
how do you
not
only,
a good sign.
I'm like, how do you only have 30 copies? Like, what happened? He's like, well, that's just the allocation that we got. And I'm like, all right, Fletch, I'm not going to ask you for a favor. That's just not my style. And he's like, obviously things happen. So as I'm getting done talking to Fletch, one of the social media managers for the op.
Well, plus the person with the who was actually selling stuff wasn't even there quite yet.
Yeah, wasn't there, which I'm getting to. So Andrew comes along. He's like the social media manager, and he was also running the sales of the booth. And he remembers me from email conversation. I'm like, okay, this is cool. So we shake hands and stuff. He says hello, and he's like, so just saying hi to people. It's like, yeah, doing a little shopping. It's like I wanted to get the expansion, but Fletch told me you have limited copies. And he's like, do you have cash? I'm like, of course I have cash. Sells me one on the spot. First sale of the show that the op makes was me buying one of 30 copies of the expansion. So I'm definitely going to call that a win. So many thanks to Fletch and Andrew from the op for giving me this super early and not having to fight the lines.
I think that might actually be one of our better gifts.
Yeah, quote unquote. Yeah,
Quote unquote
I did pay for this.
We did pay, but
thank you to the op
shout out to the op.
Yeah, for
Because
letting us buy this early.
when I tell you, like, I said it before, I had like 6 or 7 things on my list. This was so high up because Mrs. Potts was my comfort character as a child.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she was like the OG. I loved her with everything in my soul. To the point that when they did Beauty and the Beast in my high school, I was Mrs. Potts' understudy, and that was the best role I ever did. I never even got to perform as Mrs. Potts, but I was her understudy, and that's what counted. So when he's like, I almost didn't get that, I was like, I would have cried. I would have sat on this convention center floor and cried.
I would have cried too. Believe me, because then I would have had find it online, buy it at retail, but no. Got really lucky.
Did not have to wait for it.
Very, very awesome.
Thank goodness.
All right, next up on the list. Let's go to one that I wanted.
Oh, yes. Well,
Beacon Patrol.
you wanted it, but you and Matthew worded it enough that I was like, okay.
This is true. We definitely sold this game to you.
Sold it to both of you, like, combined. Really sold this game for me because I hate co-op and I hate spatial puzzles.
And Beacon Patrol is
both.
exactly that.
But both Matthew and Joe were like, no, it's not as bad as you're thinking, because all I'm thinking is like Oros the co-op puzzle, and I'm like,
not that bad. We were just like if how did I say it? It's like if Carcassonne and I forget what else.
I remember what you said.
Yeah, but anyway, it was if Carcassonne and this other game had like a co-op baby, you have Beacon Patrol.
Yeah.
But seriously, it's super, super fun. It is a little puzzly, but the fact that, it's not a hard puzzle. You lay tiles, you're trying to basically surround tiles to get points and, not box your boat in. So really, really fun. And also the art in this game is very fantastic.
I'm not gonna lie, it's super duper cute, which was a big selling point for me.
I really do like it.
That box is cutesy poopsy.
Yeah, the art's really, really good. I like it.
Yeah, I was like, okay, fine. It's my 2 least favorite game types, but it's real darn cute, so...
Yeah, but seriously, like, all the tiles, just go together like all Carcassonne-like. It's so awesome. Actually, I probably should put the north arrow pointing up, because that's the way they have to go. But yeah, it's just super cute.
Yeah, it is.
Really, really like it. So yeah, this is one that...
I thought it said Bacon Patrol, and I would be down for that.
Ooh, Bacon Patrol.
Actually, Matt,
now there's a game.
There is a trick taker coming out from All Play that is called Bacon. In case you wanted to know.
Yeah, let's see. Omeko says that a lot of people wanted this. I looked at it a couple times, but didn't grab it. Opted to wait. This one's not going to be hard to find. No. I don't think.
They had so many copies of it still.
They really did. Sunday. But honestly, this probably would not have even been on my radar, pun intended, if I had not played this with Matthew McCack when I saw him when I was home on my trip to New York back at the end of June, and played a prototype copy of it. And
because truthfully, I feel like if we would have read the description of co-op spatial puzzle, we both would have been like, nope.
Completely. To be fair, if I would have seen that, this is basically a co-op, I'd be like, no. I wouldn't even gone for it. But the fact that I played it, really good. So Matthew, if you're out there, 1,000% your fault. And thank you.
And I'm sorry we blamed other purchases on you.
That is, we'll get to that. We will get to that. All right, next game. And of course, thank you to Lucky Duck for Cosmoctopus.
Oh, hail!
So this was one of 2 industry parties we got invited to during Gen Con, and this was on Wednesday. So Lucky Duck did a pre-release party for Cosmoctopus, and they gave us a copy of the game. So thank you very much to Lucky Duck.
You.
I actually did not know much about Cosmoctopus, but obviously it's really, really cute.
It is.
And welcome in, Jay Fun. Glad to see you, friendo.
Here, I'm going to show you all what I knew about this game as soon as I can open it. It's this. I just knew this.
Yes, the great Inky One Mini.
And when I tell you that I was in based on this, that tells you everything you need to know about why I purchased some board games. I still don't know actually much about this yet.
No, I don't either. Like, I didn't look into it.
And the Great Inky One, and we love the Great Inky One.
Yeah, well, you know what?
We did do it.
Probably read some flavor text and see what the heck is going on here.
The celestial gaze of Cosmoctopus falls upon you. As devotees to the Great Inky One, we did join a cult.
We joined a cult, and that's why we got this game.
Harness the power of bizarre objects and experiences to better understand this mysterious galactic cephalopod. Exploit your hard-earned knowledge to gather tentacles, proving yourself to be the most dedicated follower by summoning Cosmoctopus from the Inky realm.
So there you go.
It sounds like Build a Cult, the board game.
It really is, but honestly, the pre-release party was great. The refreshments are fantastic. So, there's a soda company here in Seattle.
Jungle love, yeah. Oh we. I think I wanna know ya. Yeah.
Well,
Wow, not timey for once. Thank you, Jay Fun.
So Jones Soda, which I think they're pretty much kind of everywhere.
They are everywhere, but they're local here in Seattle.
Are they really?
They are.
Are you sure?
Go ahead and Google it.
I am gonna Google it because I think you're full of beans.
Go ahead. We have to wait for Abby to Google this now.
I didn't mean all beverages. I just want to know.
No, you just want to know where they're located.
FAQs. Where are you located? Oh my good gravy, look at that. It is in Soto. Okay.
I'll take that win.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're here in Seattle. Yes, we did get a Great Inky One stuffy. I did not bring it out here.
But we do have our Great Inky
we do have one. But yeah, the get together is really, really nice. They served us pizza, so they had custom bottles from Jones Soda. It was the Grape Inky One soda.
The little inky one.
I wanted to save a bottle, but I had no way to get it home.
Yeah,
But take my word for it. Yeah, we did take pictures of it. Really, really cute. The gathering was great. Everybody from Lucky Duck was really nice.
Yeah.
There's a lot of content creators there.
There was a lot of people there.
Yeah, we were there. Rolling with Rock, Gen Cam, Olympian, Bonzinator.
Stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen.
You can't do that!
Like, a bulk of Tabletop After Dark that was at Gen Con was at this party.
Yeah.
Jamie Daggers was there.
Yes, that's where we got to meet Jamie.
Got to meet
Jamie. I love Jamie with like a passion. She's just so awesome.
There was just a heck of a lot of people. I got to meet Paula Deming finally.
You did finally get to meet Paula Deming.
Yeah. It was a heck of a party though. And everyone was very nice and warm and welcoming, which was good because that was one of my biggest fears of going to my first industry party was like everyone being buttholes. No one was a butthole though. Everyone was real nice.
No, I mean it's that's a community for you. Everybody's just amazing.
Not everybody.
Mostly everybody.
Mostly everybody.
Okay, I know I lied. I said we were going to get to this next. I pulled Cosmoctopus because it was closer.
Yeah.
3-Ring Circus!
This was the hype. This was the hotness outside of Lorcana.
Oh no, Missy never saw Paula the entire con? Wow.
I actually saw her a few times.
Yeah, we saw her at the party. We saw her at the TLN meetup.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Yeah, so this one was a latecomer onto my list.
It really was.
Because if you know me, I will make no quietness about my love for Devere. They have not put out a game that I have not loved.
This is a fact.
So when Joe's like, "Oh, Devere's got a new game at Gen Con," I'm like, "Put it on the list." I felt like Chris Jericho, if you've ever watched any of his bits from like the whenever years when he had his clipboard.
It just made the list.
So we get there, and this is branded all over the place. And I'm like, oh, poop. We might not get that game then. Because you walk in, there's big giant signs for it.
Yeah, everywhere.
It's like on the little mini like things in the hallway. It's on stairs. I'm just like, oh my gosh. So when Joe's like, I got 3-ring circus, like it was like a chorus of angels.
This was actually the very first purchase of Gen Con. Like when I got into the exhibit hall Thursday morning, first thing I did was go to Xavier's booth, and I was like, "Can I buy this now?" And they're like, "We're ready for you." So I picked it up.
Bless them for being ready, because
a lot of people were just taking cash, which is great.
Yeah, that was the whole reason we brought cash.
Yeah. It says the Mozart game. That board is so good. The inlay, and it is a great yes. Lacrimosa is so good.
I don't remember. Luna Capital was a little too light for me. I still loved it.
It was so great.
And we have like 4 more Devere games that are on our shelves to be played. But yes.
But yeah, no, but
Devere makes a game, I'll probably buy it.
Exactly, but no, 3-ring circus, like everything in here is amazing. The art just has that like 19th century circus feel. Like the player boards, absolutely fantastic. Really, really love it. Simple, but really cute. The all the backs of the player boards have the Automa boards.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's really, really nice. But then this main board is just absolutely stunning. I really, really love this, and if I can get it open, there we go. Yeah, this main board, it's just so vibrant, so pretty. Really, really love it. But I want to talk about my favorite part of this board,
which I didn't even know was a thing until Casey Brain in a Jar posted a video about it, and then I was like, I am in love, because as it's very obvious, we pretty much play a lot of 2-player games.
Yeah, so
oh, hello Quaid, welcome in.
Hey Quaid, welcome in. So they included these tiles, so for 2 and 3-player games, you can actually block off the parts of the board that are not going to be in use. And this is probably the best thing I've ever seen.
I love it.
Seriously.
You don't even have to think about which parts you can't use.
No, you don't.
It's just gone.
It's just gone with
so
the
good.
Awesome covering tile. So kudos to Devere for coming up with this.
Yes.
Like, really, really amazing.
As per the usual.
There we go. That's how I think it
10 out
goes.
of 10. I love you.
Yeah, absolutely. But anyway, blocking tiles aside, yeah, art is just vibrant.
It's cutesy.
Very amazing. And as soon as I can figure out a way to get the Solidarity pack for this game, which I think they actually had at Gen Con, but weren't advertising it. But there is a special pack of cards that makes all of the animals mechanical.
Oh,
because
cool.
you know,
yeah,
circuses have a really, really bad reputation of animal abuse and such, and it's even in the rule book. They address it. They're like, yeah, we get it. You know, this is definitely a game of its time period.
Yeah.
But in order to combat that, they came out with a pack of cards that, basically has mechanical animals, and all the proceeds from that pack goes to, I forget the organization, but it's some like worldwide animal organization. As soon as I get my hands on it, I am going to. But really excited to play 3-Ring Circus.
Timmy says, it's not the same every game. You can choose which side you want to cover each game. Oh, that's even better.
That's even better. But the fact that you can do that is just still amazing.
Yeah.
Because we're able to get the pack. Man, I wish I would have known about it, because I would have also bought it on the spot.
I actually did not even know that was a thing until yesterday.
Yeah, when somebody mentioned it on Twitter.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, that's actually really cool, and I appreciate that they did that.
Yeah, so kudos to Devere for that, but either way, gorgeous looking game. Can't wait to play this one.
Yep.
All right, next on the list, one we both wanted.
Yeah.
Next Station Tokyo.
I mean,
do we need to say
we love Next
any
Station
more
London
about Matthew Dunstan and Brett Gilbert?
I would say we love those two. And 10 out of 10. And I actually got to play this.
You did. You actually got to play this during the TLN meetup with Nick Murphy
Paula
Deming, and
Taco-Maniac.
And Taco-Maniac.
Exactly. It is on a different level. It takes everything you love about Next Station London and then zhuzhes it up and gives you just a little bit more. It's so good. I mean,
hold on. Let me get one of the get the player sheet out here.
And what I love is that it's not like it is like way out there different. If you understand the basics of Next Station London, picking this up, it's not difficult. It adds on complexity, but it doesn't really like change anything or make it seem like you're just like, oh my god, what do I doing?
Because the basics are still the same. You still have all the cards. When the green ones this time around is the round timer, not the red ones.
Yes.
Yeah, so you're still drawing a card. You're still drawing to a symbol from your starting color, but this whole subway thing is the meat and potatoes of the game.
Yeah, and so there are a few new add-ons. You have to meet up to all of the ones on the green line, and if you don't, you lose points.
Yeah, so you have to connect to the subway, which is fantastic.
And then there are these cards.
The parallel card.
Are parallel. So so then you get to draw along the green lines. So you draw parallel to another route that is already drawn, which is an easy way. Otherwise, you have to connect to the 8 separate that are on this green line, because you can't just connect on the green line. You have to either do the parallel or connect via another station. So 10 out of... I loved this. And if we hadn't already purchased it, it was going to be an auto purchase. But we played it once on BGA. I didn't actually read the rules, so I just started clicking stuff.
You eventually got it, though.
I eventually kind of figured out what I was doing, but it's super easy.
Quaid asks, does it have a better rule book? Because the London one is awful. I mean, I haven't had a chance to read it yet, but it's definitely laid out the same way as the London rulebook with this gigantic fold out. So I'm gonna go with no. It's probably not much better.
Yeah, I can't help with that because I don't read rulebooks.
That's true. You just have other people like me teach you board games.
Yeah, if you can't teach me the board game, I'm probably gonna cry. You don't want me to teach you a board game unless if it's something I've played a whole bunch, because
I mean you could probably teach this.
I probably could. Enough with the gist of it, but yeah, no, for the bulk of board games, you don't want me teaching you.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, that's Next Station Toady. So sticking on our rolling rights, we got Clever Forever.
Yep, which same thing as Next Station Tokyo.
Yeah, it was an instant buy. We have all of them. I did get to play this at PGC Con because Jonathan Liu, aka Geek Dad, brought a copy of this with him and got to play it, and it's just as good as the other 3. Like, it's kind of like with Devere. Wolfgang Warsch can do no wrong with this Clever Roll and Write series. It's just so great, and the fact that it not much changes. Like the basic principles are there. You roll all the dice, you pick one. Anything lower gets put on the silver platter, but the mechanisms on each section always change, and I love that we're 4 games deep, same dice rolling, but it's still different enough, and really, really love that. I got it due to you mentioning it on your... Hey! I guess we're influencers or something.
Yeah, hashtag influencers.
Hashtag influencers. But yeah, Clever Forever, really fantastic. Next up on the list, this is one that I wanted, that I was really excited to get.
Which, actually, same theme. Any Istanbul game we will probably buy because we love the Istanbul dice game. We love Istanbul, the regular game.
And now we have the choosing right, which is it's still essentially... Actually, I don't even think this is rolling right. I think it actually is.
I thought it was... Yeah.
No, so there are no dice here. There's just cards and pencils. So you choose something and you mark it down on your player board. So it literally is a choosing right.
Yeah.
So I guess this kind of falls in the flipping right category. But either way, like,
this was again a no questions asked type thing. Once I heard about it, I was like, it's Istanbul. we're gonna get it. Let's be real here. We can say that we won't, but then we'll get it.
No, we're gonna get it anyway. But honestly, it's Istanbul.
Yep,
We're gonna play it. We're gonna love it.
Actually, Istanbul was one of the first games that we we upgraded on our own.
It is true.
We still play it regularly. Actually, we play the app a lot too.
No, but when we get it on the table, so what we did
I think we
is
played it before and we showed that with the magnets.
yeah, we put magnets on the bottom of all of the discs for the assistants. So when you're going around, you could just magnet them all up and keep the stat going. So
you don't accidentally knock them over.
yeah. Oh, we're getting raided by the Tabaxis. Hello, AJ and Kel. Welcome in. We love y'all.
We love.
Let me go ahead and give you a shout out real quick. Yeah, we were hanging out in their stream before we went live here.
Yes.
A shame we didn't get to see you this year at Gen Con, but hopefully we will get to see you at some point soon.
Either that or there's good beaches down there.
That's true. There is good beaches.
I do like a good beach.
Japheth, if you stay on for another 20, you will get another raid. We'll still be here because we go till about 8:30,
and we still got games to
and we're only like halfway through all of our purchases. We still have plenty of
we know
stories.
some beach spots. Okay, also we post Gen Con we took our child to see the Barbie movie.
Yeah, we did.
When I tell you, my favorite thing was knowing what was happening, including the whole scene with Ken.
Oh, and the beach off.
The beach off. And my child, like, looking at me going, oh my God, do they know what they're saying? Do they know what they sound like, Mom? And I'm like, 10 out of 10. They know.
Yeah, it was really, really good.
We love it.
I mean, the fact that we've seen it twice. You know, already says it.
I think our child wants to be Alan.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah, even though... No, I can't say that because that's a spoiler. But anyway,
just know we love Alan.
Just know we love us some Alan.
We love Alan.
All right, Istanbul choosing right. Easy buy. We wanted to get that one. All right, next up on the list.
What you got?
We got. You know what? I'm gonna have you explain this one because it is your fault that this is in the house. So go ahead, my dear. Why do we have Sushi Boat?
Okay, so as I have made it abundantly clear, I have really bad ADHD. Okay, so I see this box and I'm immediately, Joe and I remind you, we are on a mission walking.
We were on a mission. This is what, Saturday?
Yes.
Actually, no, what? Yeah, it was Saturday on our way to the CLN meetup.
Yeah, because Joe's like, okay, well, we have like 20 minutes and then we got to go upstairs to meet Jess and then we'll go to dinner. And I was like, it was like a full on because like I said, I did not actually get to really walk around the exhibit hall. So I didn't get to see a lot of the shiny fun stuff, but this box was a very full stop of, ooh, what's that? And then I flipped it over and I'm like, oh my God, Joe, because I gotta open this.
Yeah, go ahead.
There is a whole singular reason I bought this. It is for this. And it's this. So I had this in my hands to purchase before I even saw this little bit. Just like it. So that's why Sushi Boat is in our house.
You literally bought it just to, now it's stuck in there.
Now it's stuck in there.
Oh, there we go.
Well, first off, I was like, this looks... I have no idea what we're even doing here, but I'm like, I can already tell you that our child would be interested in it.
Oh, 100%.
Because of how ridiculous this is.
But, I mean, the design of this game is really nice. Like, this is... It's good, sturdy, solid wood.
Sturdy. So, it was definitely one where I was like, I'm buying that. And Joe's like, I thought you weren't buying any more games. And I'm like, I changed my mind because look at this shiny thing.
Thank you for the sub, J Fun. We appreciate you.
First off, I sent it to our kid, and our kid was like, I would absolutely play that. And I was like, heck yeah. And then we got it home, and we actually started looking at it. So it has an actual ceramic dish.
Ceramic dish for the wasabi
The
tokens.
wasabi tokens, which are these adorable little green cubes.
Omex, to answer your question, so these plastic chips, this is what came standard in the game. This is not like a deluxe
I did not
version.
upgrade anything. And so mind you, when I grabbed this, if you don't know, when you lose weight rapidly, it'll eat from your muscles. I don't have a lot of muscle strength. So board games are typically safe. I yanked this off the thing and
not realizing that
it's
hefty because of the wooden board
hefty.
and all the plastic pieces.
But Joe's like, "Are you good?" And I'm like, "Oh my god, this is heavy," but I'm in. And yeah, so we purchased this strictly because I really thought it was cute.
Yeah.
And then I like looked over mind you, I committed to this game. I'm like, nope.
I didn't even know what it was about. We just saw like this awesome box art, which you gotta admit, very, very cute. Like, I am a sucker for anime style drawings, and this is an eye catcher.
Yes.
Like Japanime games knew what they were doing with this box cover.
Oh yeah, for sure. Obviously we are very well-rounded nerds. Like, we love anime as a family.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what is this? This is cute. And Joe's like, okay, but we only have like 10 minutes. And I'm like, I will hurry. And so I'm like trying to like power read it, but I kept getting distracted. And then they were demoing it on the table behind me. And so I just took one look and I was like, yep.
Yeah, you saw the boat board.
I saw the boat board and I was like,
done.
Yep, that's it. That's the game for me.
Yeah, so she buys this and I'm like, we don't even know what it's about.
He's like, so what is this game about? I'm like, no.
But you didn't get the Spy Cross Family. No, we didn't get the Spy Cross Family game.
No, only because I didn't know, like, it's about sushi. Exactly. It's about sushi.
It is about sushi.
On a boat.
I mean, hold on. We can do the flavor text because we may as well.
This is one that I think our child will be joining us to play on stream.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
All right, so Sushi Boat is a game about eating tasty sushi.
Which we love.
On your turn, you will place your pawn on an empty seat and then take an action, gain a yen, use a staff member's special ability, or pick up a tasty side dish. And finally, best of all, eat some sushi.
Heck yes.
As you eat, you'll stack up your plates in front of you, and you'll score points eating off matching plates for eating a wide variety of sushi types, but you need to pay attention all the time because you never know when somebody will start a wasabi challenge.
I'm not about that.
Well, I'm about that because...
You are about.
I am all about some wasabi. But anyway, I'm pretty sure this is just kind of like a very unique set collection game, but you know what? It's cute. It's gonna get played.
Yep. It was like...
yes, disclaimer, do not eat the components. Yes, they look tasty. Like, seriously, I could totally chow down on some of the salmon right here, but I can't because it's a plastic plate.
Yep.
So, don't eat it.
By the end of Gen Con, I completely ran out of space in my bags. We packed a whole, very large empty suitcase. And when I say very large, I mean, I stood up next to it and it came up to my belly button. So that is at least like 2.5+ feet.
Yeah.
And I couldn't use the handle because it was too far up for my arm to be comfortable. It was easier to just push it. So we brought that completely empty for board games.
Yep.
So yep, this is
and we completely filled it.
Yep. So yes, this was my
this was your one impulse.
This was and you know what? I was very proud with my one impulse buy. It's probably best I wasn't able to walk around the exhibit hall.
No, because you would have bought a lot more.
Yes. But this was my one.
So there you go.
And I love it.
All right, so that's Sushi Boat. All right, next up. We do love Tate around here.
We do love Tate.
So Tate gave us a copy of his upcoming game, 1, 2, 3 Cheese. Couldn't tell you what it's about because I didn't know he was actually working on another game.
I'd say he just kind of handed it to us, and we're like, oh.
Yeah, so I saw Tate, and he's just like, hey, I want to give you a copy of this game for you to, play and review. And I'm like, hey, awesome, thanks. So, I know Amanda was streaming earlier, and she got a copy of this. I guess this is It's a hand shedder, so you're trying to get rid of your hand.
Yeah,
like I said, don't know much about it. I'm definitely going to look into it, but again, Tate's games are fantastic. We love Bobo Mahjong. We love In the Stars, and he's just a fantastic designer and human being.
I'm proud of your impulse. Thank you.
Yes. Let's see, Amanda, I did the same. Large empty suitcase with a medium inside it, and both were full. Also packed an empty bag within a bag, just not a huge one. It's probably for the best. Didn't need to buy more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So honestly, I learned that last year. Like, bring an empty suitcase, because I had actually heard that before you go to Gen Con, and again, glad we had it.
Yeah, so we rolled up with 4 bags, 2 carry-ons, 2 large suitcases. Actually, both of our large suitcases were essentially empty.
Yep.
And then we packed all of our clothes in the carry-ons, which made it pretty...
Yep.
Pretty
and then
easy.
once we left Indianapolis, all of our board games went into one big suitcase. All of our laundry went to the other big suitcase. And then our carry-ons were essentially empty. But then once I took my haul picture, repacked most of the board games in our carry-ons, and I think only like 2 or 3 went to the big suitcase. And then we had plenty of room for all our clothes and stuff.
Yeah.
This is I had my if we were close enough to drive to Gen Con, we
That would
definitely
be a whole different ball game.
Yeah, because we probably would have bought a hell of a lot more.
I was going to say, the whole
super
knowing
regretted it.
that you only can have like 2 suitcases worth really does make it so you're like...
It makes for interesting buying, for sure.
It does, because I didn't even think about that with Sushi Boat. I just committed to it.
Yeah. Oh, we saw about that on Twitter.
Yeah.
So a couple of people had their bags soaked and games wrecked when they sat in the rain on the tarmac. Yeah, that was thanks to Southwest.
Yeah.
We saw, and ooh, I'd have been so mad.
Yeah, I
mean, to be fair, this is why you have a hard shell suitcase, because that'll somewhat protect from the elements, but at the same time,
it was painful to see all of these
like some of these
games.
boxes are just like completely destroyed, like even soaked through to like the components and everything, and you couldn't do anything about it because, you know, act of God, which really is terrible.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So, 1, 2, 3 cheese. Again, thank you to Tate for this review copy. This will be on a future stream for sure. All right, next one. We did not buy this at Gen Con, but it needs to be mentioned just because. So, Castles by the Sea from Brotherwise Games. Played this on stream with Jillian and Amanda Panda, and I really like this game. You say you might not like it, but I really want you to try it once. It's really, really cute. But the reason why I'm bringing it here, it's not a Gen Con purchase. Brotherwise is actually kind enough to give me this copy as part of the incentive for being Creator of the Month last month for them for the month of July. So when I went to Brotherwise's booth, I did get the game, but I did not get the Kickstarter exclusive Riptide expansion. So I went to the booth to, of course, see Jillian, because Jillian's an awesome human being. And I go, and I was like, hey, I want to, pick this up. I didn't get a chance to get it. And I was totally going to buy it, but Jillian's like, just take it. I'm like, are you sure? Like, I'll totally pay for it. She's like, no, just take it. So thank you to Brotherwise for also giving me the expansion to the game.
Yes.
Love Brotherwise, enjoy everything they do. I mean, so do I. I mean, they, like I said, Castle by the Sea is amazing. Overboss is a fun game, which we also got that too from them, which
they did
we'll
Boss
definitely
Monster
play
too, right?
They just came out with the 10th anniversary of Boss Monster,
which they debuted. Actually. I'm just not much for puzzly type games. I tolerated the game that I said this one looked like.
Oh, wow.
The place in Greece.
Santorini.
Thank you. I tolerated Santorini, and this just gave me too many Santorini vibes. So I'm curious to try it because...
Well, trust me, this is a far departure from Santorini. All right, come here.
I was like, you're making a lot of noise.
You know the rules. Come on. Oh. He's learning.
He's like,
Yep, you know the rules. if you're gonna be noisy, you have to get on stream.
Yep.
It's Boo, everybody. We haven't seen him in a couple weeks, but he decided to mouth off, so he has to show up on stream and be a good little
We
social
don't
kitty.
have 2 copies. We have the base game and the expansion. So Joe got the expansion at.
Now I gotta put you down. There we go. So this is the base game, and then so this is just purely the Riptide expansion and the deluxe bits that came with it. Jillian gave me these too. So again, thank you to Brotherwise for that. Castles by the Sea, super fun game, and really happy that I was able to get the expansion to it.
Yes, we love that.
So Amanda, I need to remind you. So, if you remembered about a year, I think it might have been actually 2 years ago now, but when this was actually on Kickstarter, when we played this with Johnny on stream, we actually played with the Riptide expansion, but I don't think he mentioned at the time that it was a Kickstarter exclusive expansion, but we did play with it, and we thought it was part of the base game. So that might be why you didn't know there was an expansion to it. All right, next up, we don't have many left.
Yes. We are also looking forward to Dungeon Card.
Oh, yeah, Dungeon Card.
Sorry, I saw that as they comment, and I just wanted to respond with, yes, I have seen that, and I am definitely eyeballing that.
Yep. All right, next up on the list. This came during Gen Con in the mail, so it counts. Another Trick Taker from
New Mill.
New Mill.
If you can't tell, we love New Mill.
We do love New Mill.
And we love Trick Taker.
Tall Tales. It's another Trick Taker. And I think the only reason why you bought it was because A, we love New Mill, they make amazing games, and B, we were super heavy into Trick Takers. And this one just looked really fun.
That's it, that's why I bought it.
Only reason, just because it was a Trick Taker and it looked fun.
I'll say I love New Mill. I love them all. I love Trick Takers. So I just bought it.
I mean, couldn't tell you how it works, but hey, we have it. Tiny says it's because you're tricky.
Yeah. I don't know if it's like we're social creatures, natural storytellers. It's how we retain memories of life's important events and share them with our community. Of course, some of these stories become larger than life, taking on mythical status as details grow and embellishments are added. We give these obviously outsized stories a name, Tall Tales. Okay, well now I'm definitely curious based on that. But really it was just, I love my friends at New Mill, and obviously we literally went to a con that was just Trick Takers, so obviously we're down with that.
Exactly. All right, next we are almost done. So next up,
I'm excited for this one.
Inheritors. I didn't know much about this game. When I talked to Ross, more games,
Thanks
please.
for the alert, Kel.
Yeah, thank you for the alert. So, talk to Ross. He works for North Star. More games, please on Twitch. He occasionally comes by, used to stream, and he was telling me about this game, and I was really interested in it because it kind of has like a Lost Cities mechanic where you're trying to, gather the same cards of the different type, but there's a story to it. And it's on the back of the box, and I think it explains it perfectly, so I'm going to go ahead and read it. Was that the cat? The cat just sneezed, and it was ridiculous.
Sorry,
loud.
it was so aggressive.
Ooh, that was an aggressive sneeze.
It startled me. I was just like, yeah.
Yeah. So, here we go. So, in the dark of the night, whispers spread throughout the court. The king is dead. In Inheritors, you will seek influence among 5 clans, spy on your competitors, and tip the courts in your favor to win your place on the much-desired throne. Inheritors is an open drafting hand management card game that provides a big game experience in a portable box. Only one of you will become the true inheritor of the throne. Let the games begin. So, yeah, aside from the amazing art on the box, it just really looks attractive.
Yeah.
For the simple fact that, you're basically trying to take over a kingdom, which is really fun. And for the simple fact that this was also another freebie, so thank you to North Star and Ross for this. Really excited to play it. And, again, this is another one that I don't know much about, but we got. And when I told you about it, I think you were super excited as well.
Yeah, I love Lost Cities. So it's actually, it was one of the first 2-player games we played. And I love the card game. Also, sorry, Quaid's comment just really
Yeah. Well, first, thank you for the alert, Matt. We appreciate you. But
Yes.
yeah, Quaid, I thought the flavor text started with was that the cat?
Okay.
I mean, to
I
be
need
fair,
someone to now make that the first sentence of their flavor text.
yeah, right. Was that the cat?
Was that the cat?
But no, like I thought I was making that up too. I'm like, holy sneeze, Batman!
I couldn't tell if it was the cat or the kid, and I was like,
maybe both. Who knows?
I was like, that's really loud, whichever one of you it was.
Yeah, but we could definitely take a look at this real quick. I haven't taken the cards out of the shrink wrap yet, but I mean, it just looks pretty. Really like it. Can't wait to actually look into and play this game, but I'm excited.
Yeah.
Cause yeah, I mean, you were a fan of Lost Cities when we played it, right?
Yeah, I really liked it.
Yeah, so hopefully this will have that feel and then some.
Yes.
Ooh, it's like we knew y'all were coming.
Yay.
Hello, Geek Girl Con. Welcome in, y'all.
Welcome in,
Go
friends.
ahead and give y'all a shout out. So for those of you that don't know, I am a part of the stream team at Geek Girl Con. So much appreciate that y'all decided to come in and rate us.
And I'm the tabletop coordinator for Geek Girl.
Yeah, you do a thing there too. Wasn't gonna forget about that.
Yeah, you were.
No, I was not.
You were too.
That's fine, whatever. But anyway, welcome in, y'all. Hopefully you had a great stream. You're catching us here almost on the tail end of us talking about our Gen Con experiences and showing off all the new games that we got. And much appreciate. Thank you for the follow. Follows here are anonymous until you decide to make yourself known, but we appreciate you nonetheless. Welcome
Yes.
to the channel.
Emotional damage.
Pretty much, yep.
Why? Because I wasn't going to mention what you do?
It's not like I'm here or anything.
Yeah, seriously, I need to find what that is because I don't know what that alert is. Nothing else is like here. But anyway,
I don't know.
we'll find it.
It's
anyway.
something.
It's something. But anyway, let's see. Yeah, we do love us some Uncle Roger. So funny story behind that redemption, which is really great. So our friend Mighty Migs has that as a soundbite on his channel, and actually it was your idea,
It was.
and I really loved it. And she's like, you should make that an alert, but it needs to be like a Phoenix Wright objection.
Yes. So the backstory is our child is
Oh, you know, it's Stephen Hay, not Uncle Roger.
Yeah.
Different guys.
So our child had pictures of Ace Attorney like printouts stuck on their door.
Still stuck on their door.
Still stuck on their door. And so also then our child found about the webpage where you could just type things in and turn it into an Ace Attorney case.
Because objection.lol is a great website.
Yeah, that. And so we got real deep into Ace Attorney for a bit. So if you ever come to our house, you will see that both bedroom doors have Ace Attorney paper, like printed papers, taped onto them.
Yeah.
And so while we're in there, I was like, it'd be really funny if you put that emotional damage, but in that Ace Attorney font. And he just looks at me and goes,
And I'm like, that is
my
the
God, that's
best
genius.
idea ever. And so that was born.
Damage.
Which is so good.
yep. So that is the story of how that came about.
Yep. All right. Almost done. We have, let's see, we have 3 more things. Did not know this was a thing.
We did not.
Did not know that they came out with a mini expansion for one of our favorite games, Carnegie.
Yeah. When I tell you, I like the games that are like dull, boring about white old men. Oh God, I have a type.
You do have a type
I
of
love
game.
train games and economic games and really white old man games.
Yeah. Andrew Carnegie. What? The rich and the good is just what? German white men. Let's see what else. Yeah.
All my train
Yeah.
babies.
18 Chesapeake. You know your boy Vanderbilt.
My Vanderbilt boy. Yeah. So I have a type.
You do have a type.
Apparently.
But yeah, so I did not know that there was a mini expansion. Don't really know what it adds other than I'm curious to what these score sheets are for.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's called the Departments and Donations expansion. So I'm guessing considering there's tiles here, I'm guessing there's there's new donations, the way you get victory points at the end, new departments. So I guess there's going to be new department tiles that you can buy and new mechanisms. Really excited to get into this. Let's see. So the front of the bag. So new modules, a new beginning. So I guess different setup, new departments, new donations, and optional rules.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is really, really fun. Oh yeah. So yep. So new donations. Optional rules, open bar setup.
Oh.
This implementation increases the variety of departments that will be available during the game, but there can be no more than one of each department. So more departments to choose from, but there's no
Only
doubles.
one. Oh, boy,
that's so
Alberto.
fun. New rule, the wait option. The first player and only the first player has the option to wait. That player has to simply announce that they're waiting rather than playing first. The other players must then play their turns normally, and the first player can go last.
Interesting.
Oh, that could change the tide in this game. Because depending on the turn order in this game, you might get a donation first. You might get to build a building out on the map first. But if you're the first player and you can see what everybody else does, like it's literally a poker check.
Yeah.
Like I check, you do your thing, and I'm gonna play based off you. That's a dirty rule. I cannot wait to use that one. That is amazing. Cannot wait to play with that one. And then the final optional rule, the secret donation.
Ooh.
This rule adds a new strategic option and a hidden element to final scoring.
Oh.
After completing the game setup, each player must secretly choose a donation space and make note of it on a piece of paper. Indicate the donation you have chosen by identifying the type of donation 1 through 4 from left to right, and its line numbered 1 to 5 top to bottom. Players should keep their papers face down next to their company boards. These papers will be revealed and counted at the end of the game. After the donations have been scored, a player may look at their own paper at any time. Secret donations have no cost, and they do not increase the player's cost of subsequent donations. They're always active even if the donation spaces are occupied. A player may place a donation disc on a space that matches their secret donation, but in this case, that donation will score twice.
Ooh.
Oh, that could change an ending of a game with a secret donation.
It could too, especially for the one that's like just a solid 5 points.
Oh, yeah, the one that's just 7 points.
Or yeah, 7 points.
Yeah, if you do a secret 7 point and double down on that. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is probably the best $17 I've ever spent on an expansion. This is going to make Carnegie so much better.
Funny enough, we had no knowledge of it until we were waiting in line to buy Istanbul Choosing Right. And then I was like, what is that Carnegie thing? And he's like, what Carnegie thing? I'm like, that Carnegie thing.
Yeah, I'm like, ooh, it's a new expansion. Like, gimme.
Yeah, so...
Yeah.
That is.
So to be fair, Xavier George has become like one of my like top designers after playing Carnegie. So hopefully this time next year when we get Carson City in, we're gonna love it just as much.
Oh yeah. That's the guy that did the thing. There's a Carnegie thing.
Yeah, there is a Carnegie thing. Yeah, so
yeah.
4 new modular expansions, and we're excited to dig into this one.
So pumped.
All right. 2 more things. So this one is next. The expansion to Iki. So I wanted this one when Danny Lowe was still working for Hatchet Games. Myself and Amanda played Iki on stream, and I absolutely fell in love with the game. You know, very, very fun worker placement type game, and she announced that there's going to be an expansion for it. And I'd already bought Iki. So when the expansion was announced for it, I'm like, I have to get it. So I'm actually really excited to teach this one to you. But even game aside, just the art in this game is really, really fun. It's like 1600s, like feudal Japan. Really, really great art style. And I thoroughly love it. Can't wait to get this one to the table. I mean, you looked into Iki a little bit, didn't you?
Yeah, it didn't look like the worst thing you've ever told me to play.
Unlike other games that you like are like, get rid of this, I never want to see it again.
Yeah, there are a few. Looking at you, Oros, that I have. hated when
I still am so sad that you don't like Oros. It is probably one of my favorite games, but it's fair. You don't like the spatial puzzle. I get it. It's not going to be everybody's cup of tea, but hopefully Iki will not be that way for you.
Hopefully. I hope not.
All right. Final thing. So this was not a Gen Con purchase, but this is going to be something that we are going to be playing on a special night this week. We normally don't stream on Thursdays, but made an exception for one reason, and the reason is this.
Yes.
So Frank West of City of Games was super kind enough to send us a review copy of Race to the Raft. And as I said, we normally don't stream on Thursdays, but on Thursday, August 17th, is retail release day for this game, which is why we're streaming it on Thursday. So we're going to be checking out Race to the Raft. I'm a big fan of Isle of Cats. Isle of Cats didn't really hit too well with you, right?
Not too much. It's not the worst, I will say. I am picky about my polyomino games because I don't like... what's the one that you really, really loved? The planet one.
Oh, Planet Unknown.
Yeah, not the biggest fan of that. I liked playing with the Lazy Susan more than I liked playing the game.
Well, you know what?
So,
you might need to play it again with like the asymmetrical planets. You might like it a
that's
little
what we discussed. Is I will try games multiple times to make sure I don't like it. I understand that I'm pretty darn picky. Out of all the polyomino games, Isle of Cats was not remotely towards the bottom. Like, it was in my, I'll play it if other people are playing it. Do I understand what I'm doing? No.
Yeah, but I mean, Race of the Raft. I mean, you're gonna have to put your co-op hat on because this is a co-op. But the art, it's really cute.
That's why I'm here, because it's cutesy poosy.
Yeah, it's absolutely cute. I mean, I love me some cats.
Yes.
But
that is, I think, okay, I will say maybe that is partially why I like Isle of Cats, is because it is so darn cute.
It is very cute.
And so like that probably boosts it up a little bit because it's cute.
Yeah, so Race of the Raft is in the Isle of Cats universe, and the flavor text, so the Isle of Cats is on fire, and the armies of the evil Lord Vesh have started harvesting it for resources. A recent rescue attempt helped many of the island cats get to safety, but a few were left behind. With the rumors of a raft on the other side of the island, the remaining cats have only one option left. They must race to the raft.
Oh no.
Yeah, because apparently the evil Lord Vesh sets the island on fire.
Oh.
We're the raid. Holy jeez, Brambeard. What is up,
Hello,
TJ and Richmond? Glad to see y'all.
It was so nice to meet half of you.
Yes, it was amazing to meet half of you.
Even if I gave you the dumbest face because I couldn't tell who you were. No offense. When I tell you, Foglight will confirm this story. Foglight, I glared at his name badge.
This is true.
And I'm just like, huh? And
then I had to tell you.
That's Foglight. And I was like, huh? And thankfully then we laughed about it because I was like, I am so sorry that I just gave you the stupidest look ever because my brain could not compute who you were.
All right, but to be fair, I knew from Twitter that Richmond said he was only going to be there on Friday, so I'm like, hey, if I get to run into you, great. So we were at Brother Wise's booth talking to Jillian
And dropping off cookies.
And then, lo and behold,
all of a sudden somebody appeared.
Yeah, somebody appeared. It's like, hey, how you doing? I turn around and, Abby's like, who the hell is this?
Well, what confused me is, like, I saw the logo, like the Nickelodeon Splat looking logo, and, like, that confused me more because I was like, huh?
Yeah, but while you were trying to figure it out, I'm just like, oh, hey, hi, Richmond.
Like, who are we talking to? I'm like...
Yeah, I'm like, it's Richard from Bradbeard Game, and then the connection made.
Yeah.
But see, I just kept standing there waiting for a break in the conversation, not trying to be a weird. Richard, you were not weird.
No, that was half of my Gen Con was standing there being like, I don't know who this is.
Yeah, but you know what? That's normal for us. Like
And
you're
Joe's
just like who's this?
chatting,
And I'm just like, hey,
I'm
this is
over here, and I'm
so-and-so.
hi, I don't know you.
Yeah,
and
but
Joe's like, this is so and so, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, but anyway, welcome in, Raiders.
Yes.
Again, thank you, Richmond and TJ, for the raid. Congratulations on your 3-year
Yes.
stream anniversary. Saw y'all were playing a Sky Team tonight.
Okay, but like, for real, can we talk to Hachette, because I would like the Sky Team Brandbeard version.
You didn't see what No Soul No Prob did you?
No, I did.
Oh,
I saw the cover, and I want that one.
you want you want the Brandbeard cover to Sky Team?
Yeah, complete with the chaos part.
This is true.
That's what I want.
We went 2-1 with one of those wins being a big asterisk. You know what? A win is a win.
A win is a win.
That's the way I see it. A win is a win. But anyway, we are at the tail end of our Gen Con haul, and as I was saying, this one isn't really part of the haul, but definitely highlighting it anyway, because we're going to be playing Frank West's Race to the Raft on Thursday, which is the retail release day for Race to the Raft, and many thanks to Frank West and City of Games for providing us with this copy to play, and we are excited to share it with you all. So as I was saying, basically, the island is on fire. So, basic premise of the game is you're rescuing cats, but every so often you have to put out these fire tiles and literally burn the island.
Thank you for hanging out with us, Old Man Coaster. We appreciate it.
Have to run and edit some videos. Great stream. Have a great night. Appreciate you hanging out with us. Matter of fact, we appreciate everybody that hangs out with us, because if y'all weren't here, we wouldn't do this.
Yeah.
So, we appreciate y'all just as much.
And then, so our Gen Con deliveries, I mean, actually, we can probably flip.
Let's go ahead and flip to the top, because now we get to talk about what we didn't buy at Gen Con, but was purchased during Gen Con because it was either not available or because Olympian is a dirtbag.
Yeah.
So let's go back up to the top.
So we'll start with the Olympian as a dirtbag.
Yeah, let's start with the Olympian as a dirtbag purchase.
So, mind you, we did not realize it was Olympian for like a full week.
We talked to a lot of people.
We talked to so many people, and we were discussing. So obviously, I have a Cuphead tattoo. Joe has Mugman. We love Cuphead.
We do.
I hate the Cuphead games because of the anxiety. I mean, I love them, but I hate them. And so we were talking with someone, later found out to be Olympian, and they were like, you should play Townfolk Cecil. Same energy, no anxiety. Like, you'll get the Cuphead vibes without the anxiety. So Joe and I are like, cool, awesome. So we're walking around the exhibit hall, and we see the Townfolk Tussle booth. So we start walking over. And then we hear they're sold out. And we're like, no. But then Joe finds that he can late back it. So he late backed it. And then I was like, damn, Matthew, for costing us money. It was not Matthew. And then we're like, damn, Rock, for costing us money. It was also not Rock.
It's also not Rock.
We put it on all of our social medias, and finally we found out that it was Olympian.
Yeah. But honestly, y'all, seriously, just I'm gonna go ahead and put the link to the Kickstarter in chat. Definitely go check out like what this game looks like. If you're a fan of Cuphead in any way, shape, or form, or actually, no, it's not going to be the Kickstarter.
Oh, no.
It's going to be their website. So there we go.
Obviously,
but
we are...
It's the same, like, 1950s, like, art style.
Yeah.
Really, really cute. So, so the way Thomas explained it to us, Cuphead, the board game, without the anxiety, but it's a minis game. Mm-hmm. So you have characters.
It's a co-op minis game.
Co-op minis game. Yeah, you got characters with special powers, taking out, like, big, like, huge bosses, moving around a board. Yeah. He's like, it's a lot like Shadows of Brimstone, which...
Mind you.
I'm not the biggest fan of Shadows of Brimstone.
And obviously, if you've ever watched an Olympian stream, you know that is
that's his jam.
That is his jam. To the point that like we were so obviously with my work with Geek Girl Con, I've reached out to a lot of publishers. One of them being Flying Frog because they are local here, and we love
Fortune and Glory.
Fortune and Glory. And I was like, it's not Shadows of Brimstone. So I was like, oh, hey, is this person here? Because I'm like trying to like do face-to-face stuff if they're here. So it's not just like person behind the email type thing. And Thomas is like, yeah, let's come over. I'll introduce you. And I was like, cool. And we're standing there, and Thomas is like, yeah, Shadows of Brimstone. Did you see this? That's me. And you look down, and Thomas is 100% like every
single male character art in like this Conquistador expansion.
Oh my
God, we're getting another raid from the Brothers Murph. Hello, everybody. Wow, we were just almost wrapping up.
I guess it's a good thing we decided to keep chitty-chatting.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's Joe, Phantom Meeple. I'm Abby, the Baker Meeple. We are just discussing our
we were going through our
Now it's our post Gen Con purchases.
Yeah, stuff we bought during Gen Con but was not available to buy. We were just talking about Townsfolk Tussle, which is 100% Olympian's fault, the reason why we bought this game. Anyway, Nick and or Mike, if it is both of you tonight, hopefully you had a great stream. What were you all doing tonight? Hopefully you were having a blast, but thank you very much for the raid. We greatly appreciate y'all.
Yes, we do. So yeah, it took a whole dang week to figure out who the heck suggested that we drop big bills on this dang game. And mind you, we confronted these people. Like, we were like, Matthew, how dare you cost us this money? Matthew's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, to be fair, the reason why we thought it was Matthew McCack, because we had dinner with him and his wife Catherine on Tuesday, and he had mentioned that, you know, we saw Abby's Cuphead tattoo, and then we showed him my Mugman and everything.
And you were wearing Cuphead socks.
Yeah, and I was wearing Cuphead socks. So I'm like, okay, we're putting two and two together. It was totally Matthew. It wasn't Matthew. And then I think we had talked about it with Rock. Wasn't Rock.
Well, I don't... see, I remember discussing it early in the convention. And so I was like, we didn't go to a lot of places or talk to a lot of people that, like, it was a one-on-one conversation that I would remember.
Right.
I was like, because I have a horrible memory. So I was like, I talked to Rock a lot at the Lucky Duck Party. Maybe it was Rock. It wasn't Rock.
It wasn't.
So, yeah, finally on Facebook.
Yeah, Olympia owned up to it.
Was like, it was probably us. And we're like, damn it, my, it was you.
Yeah. And then he's like, that's a lot like Shadows of Brimstone. Like, that's my kind of game. I'm like, damn it, Thomas, you're gonna make me play this game, even though I'm not the biggest fan of dungeon crawlers. Like, I didn't like Gloomhaven, no desire to play Frosthaven, and Shadows of Brimstone is like pure dungeon crawler. But I'm like, you know what? I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
I mean, he plays it all the time for some reason, so it must be good on some level. But anyway, so dropped $250 on the late pledge for the base game, and it's new, and it's 2 new expansions. So for everybody just coming in, I'll go ahead and put Panic Roll's website there. That is the publisher who makes Townsfolk Tussle. Again, if you're a fan of even Cuphead's art style, like, the minis in this game are absolutely adorable.
So
and even if this game is not great, like, I would collect it for the minis alone.
I was
like,
gonna say,
looks absolutely
it will stay
adorable
on our shelf strictly because it's adorable. I got no shame in admitting that. So that was the biggest one.
Yeah, that was the biggest one.
So my number one game for Gen Con was
DEF CON 1.
DEF CON 1, and I was devastated when Joe told me that it didn't make the boat. So the biggest thing I like about DEF CON 1 is it will play different at every player count, which is great because, yes, we primarily play as 2, but we do have other groups where we play as 3, 4, or 5. So I am so stoked for that. So we pre-purchased that. Yep. Number drop because AEG, when I went to their booth, kind of was like, maybe we'll get it on Saturday.
And they didn't.
They did not. So Joe was placing an order, and I'm like, just see if you can get it. And then you got the My City Rolling Right.
Yep, My City Rolling Right.
Just because we didn't get a chance to make it anywhere remotely close to those.
No, actually, I did make it over to the Cosmos booth, and they did not have it.
Oh, well, phew, that's good, because I did not make it anywhere remotely close over there.
Yeah, I did manage to check that out. That did not have that.
And so we were already placing the order.
Yep, so we've got that. Stonemaier decided to come out with 4 new promo expansions for Rolling Realms.
Yeah.
One of which includes a Lost Ruins of Arnak expansion. So I'm like, all right, gotta get the new ones because you have them all as it is.
We do love them.
So place an order for those. And then finally, the one game that we both demoed at Gen Con,
Oh,
with
no, it's not
CGE.
finally.
Huh?
I ordered more stuff.
Hold on, I'm not done yet.
No, you said and finally.
Oh, well, I guess if you order more stuff. But anyway, Kutnahora,
Yes.
the City of Silver.
That's an instant.
That was definitely an
Insta-buy.
insta-buy. Like after Gen Con, Miniature Market put it up for pre-order, and it was like 50% off too.
Yeah.
So I'm like, there's no way I was not going to buy Kutnahora.
It's so good.
It's really, really good. Like an area control, economic manipulation game. Like those are two of our favorite
Beautiful.
mechanisms, just rolled up into a ball and put into a heavy euro. Really, really loved it. However, I think the main reason for buying it is because we have to wait until October to see who wins.
Yes. So we did a 4-person demo.
Bye, Eva.
Bye.
Have a good bedtime. And yeah, there is going to be a metal coins add-on too.
Oh, nice. So 4 players. Joe and I tied at 50.
Yeah. No, well, we didn't know we tied.
No.
So we went through all the scoring of the game, except we missed one part. So we had to go back and score like one more part of the game. And after we scored, yeah, Abby and I had 50 points apiece. So we turned to the guy that would teach us the game. It's like, so what's the tiebreaker? And he's like, there isn't one yet.
Yeah.
So we have to wait for the official rules
To be determined.
who won our game of Kutnahora. But either way, fabulous game. Like, really, really great. Like, manipulating the markets, building the city, digging in the mines, and just gathering stuff to, make things either more expensive or less expensive. Like, so many things in this game. It's really, really fabulous. Pictures on social media. I definitely post them. So if you want to see what the board and the gameplay looks like.
And the rewood pieces.
The rewood pieces.
They're so good.
So pretty.
From a texture standpoint, they were so good. I was a little worried. Sometimes you never know if how it will feel.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it.
Yeah, but for the simple fact that all the pieces are just recycled wood, and it had a great feel to it. Like, they didn't feel flimsy.
No.
They were really, really nicely produced. Like, amazing game. Cannot wait to play it in October when it comes out at Spiel.
Yeah.
Okay, so you did buy more games, but that's all the ones that I put money down on.
I think I only actually otherwise purchased Sale.
That's right. You did get Sale because that also was not at Gen Con.
Very high on my list.
Because that's it's strictly a 2-person co-op trick taker, right?
It's a 2-player co-op trick taker from All Play. And I was very excited for it. And I walked over to the All Play booth and I was like, oh, I can't find it. And then I overheard them go, yeah, it should hit Kansas City maybe tomorrow. And I was just like,
I know, like your heart just sunk because we were really excited to get that one.
Yeah. So I had to purchase it and all the expansions and everything extra online. But then I was able to get the lightweight.
You got the lightweight bag for free.
Yeah. Because we have the big bag.
Yeah, we have a big bag.
We have another big bag on the way. But I really like the lightweight bag. So now we have that coming too.
Yep. And I think that's it now.
I do believe that is likely it.
Yeah, I don't think we made any other after Gen Con purchases.
I don't think
But yeah, so that's thank y'all for sticking around with us for 2 hours listening to us to talk about our exciting adventures at Gen Con, which we didn't even finish talking about. Like, we talked about the stream with Ray, we talked about the TLN meetup, we talked about the Cosmoctopus pre-release party. Mm-hmm. We didn't talk about the Panda Party.
Panda Party was super fun.
Yeah, the Panda Party was great. So big thank you to Jay Bell from Panda Manufacturing for inviting us to their yearly shindig. The food was great. The people were great. Like, it was amazing get together.
Yeah.
And then Friday afternoon, the charity board gamers dinner was really fun.
Yeah, that was super duper fun, and the food was...
so we went to this place called the Eagle, which I guess their big claim to fame is like Southern food.
Ooh.
The fried chicken at this place, and then the hot honey that came with it.
Oh my
Probably
gosh.
some of the best food I've ever had in my life. Like, if I'm ever back in Indianapolis for any reason whatsoever, I will go to this restaurant just to eat.
I was like, and shout out to Mistress Missy for sharing the cornbread.
Yeah,
thing.
for sharing the spoon bread,
because I was
really
only
good.
going to take a little bite because I was stuffed, and with a little tummy, I get stuffed real fast, but also I get sick if I overeat, like very sick, very fast.
Yeah.
I didn't get sick, thank God, because they definitely pushed it, because I was like, just a bite. Okay, just one more little bite. All the food was amazing.
Yeah, and so was the company. What, Charity Board Gamer was there, Mistress Missy, who else was there? Lydia was there.
Lydia was there. Board Game Angel.
Board Game Angel, Wandering Meeple.
Yeah.
And there's a few others that we're forgetting.
Yes.
But they were all there, and it was a delightful dinner. We had a fantastic time. And then Saturday evening, the Charity Board Gamers meetup, where you probably met a bulk of people.
That was literally everyone that I had not run into. I met there. And if I didn't meet you, just know we were.
Yeah, there were some people that we did not get to meet, but again, it was not on purpose.
Yeah.
There's only so many hours in 4 days.
And
if
by
we miss
Saturday night, I literally looked at Joe and I'm like, I am so overwhelmed and overstimulated and in pain that I might just have a little mentee bee here in the convention center. And Joe's like, let's go. And I was like, cool, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we covered lunch shifts for Weird Giraffe Games, which you got to put your salesman hat on. And how'd you enjoy working?
I didn't actually mind it too bad. The first day was rough because I was terrified of talking to people because I am very much not a talker to people. If you've met me in real life, you know that like that first interaction with me, I will give you the stupid look on my face. Shout out to Foglight. Like that is my new favorite reference of, listen, at least your name is not Fog and I am glaring at you with the stupidest face going, I'm sorry, who are you?
And I had to tell you, which is the best part.
So
we always raise a big shirt, sweetie.
thank you.
I mean, right back at you. You are an amazing human being, Razor.
You made me feel like, so I walked into the Charity Board Gamer event very overstimulated and kind of ready to cry. So you actually helped me like. I mean,
to be fair, there was a reason I took you over to her first to
He's
meet
just
you.
like, this is soften your razor, and I'm like, thank you, because I was like, Joe, I'm not doing great, and he goes, few hours, we can do it. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like texting him and I'm like, okay, you got till 10:30. And then at like 10:25, I'm like, nope, I gotta deuce out. I gotta go. And I legit like hustled over to him and I was like, I'm going. I don't care where you go. I'm going. And I was ready, committed to walk back with like 30 pounds of stuff on my own, just because I'm like,
yeah. But to be fair, I was like, I'm ready to go too.
I'll
go with you.
And I was like, cool, because we had. Oh, we didn't even talk about Rock Manor games.
No, we didn't talk about Rock Manor games. Ooh, how can't forget about Rock Manor games.
I know we said we were going to end a few times, but yeah, y'all, you just stuck with us. So we had to hustle over to Lucas Oil.
That Saturday morning.
Was that Saturday?
It was Saturday morning.
That would explain why.
That's funny. I went to Giant Pixelmania and I was not leaving you to sit alone, not on my watch. There's a reason I like you, Razor.
We love you.
You are an amazing human.
But
anyway, yes.
So we had to be over at Lucas Oil Stadium
at 8:30.
Very early
in the morning.
I don't do well in the mornings, first off. So it was rough. It was very hot. So by the time we got all the way over there, because mind you, so we knew that there was a tunnel. Did we know where there was a tunnel?
No, we did. I had never taken the tunnel because I didn't have a chance to go over to the stadium last year, so I didn't know that there was an underground tunnel, underground air-conditioned tunnel, mind you.
Yeah. So we get there, mind you. I've already put in like 3 miles into my poor little watch. My poor little watch. I've had to give it a break this week because I'm like, that thing is actively like.
I know what we did. We did like 37 miles over the course of Gen Con walking.
Which is a lot for a fat little Tato. I got short little stubby legs.
Yeah, but anyway, Rock Manor Games.
Rock Manor Games. We got to go over to the suites. They had a little suite booked, and we got to see their games. And I can't wait to show y'all once we get some in, because, oh my God. First off, the production quality was great. But also the games themselves, every single one of their games, I was like, oh, heck yeah, I'd play that. Which is kind of rare for me.
Yeah, so we looked at 4 different games. So I finally got to look at Lawyer Up. I was curious about Lawyer Up for the longest time.
We've discussed it so many times.
Because, as we said earlier in the stream, we love Phoenix Wright. Like, just the whole Ace Attorney series is fantastic.
We love it.
And Lawyer Up is probably the closest you're going to get to like a courtroom style board game, and I was sold.
Yep.
So I'm like, we're going to get this like at first opportunity. One we didn't get the thoroughly look at, but we were interested in was Brass Empire, which is like a steampunk sci-fi deck builder. That one looked really interesting. The one I think we were most excited about was their Roll and Write Merchants of Magic and the expansion that is going to be kickstarted here soon.
That, I think, will probably be the thing that breaks my Kickstarter break.
It might be.
Because it looks so good.
It really does. Like, I didn't even know about the base game, because apparently they have another, like, fantasy-style game called Set a Watch that I have heard of but know nothing about. Yeah. But the fact that they had this roll and write set up in the world where you're basically like running a shop and making armor for like heroes and stuff, I'm like, this is fantastic.
Yeah, it was very much up our alley. And so that was fun, even with the dang hike.
Bree says, I need to show y'all Age of Wonders, Planetfall, and Neotopia. I mean, absolutely.
Hold on. Is Neotopia any relation to Neopets?
I don't think it is.
Oh. I was so excited for a second. I was going to be like...
Yeah, it's like, no.
I was going to be like,
well, you know what,
heck
Bree?
Yes! You're not the first to ask.
Okay, the fact that you're not the first to ask is even better.
Listen, I think it's because, like, they keep, like, hinting with Neopets. So I was deep in the Neopets there for way more time than I should have been.
Yeah.
And so, like, they've, like, kept releasing hints that they're gonna come back.
It's never coming back.
It's never coming back.
It's never coming back.
But, like, they released a whole clothing line last year. All of this stuff. So every time I'm just like, Neo?
The Neopets is perfect.
It is. It
yeah.
is
well, you know what, Bree? You know how to get a hold of us?
Yes.
I mean, I'm curious about both of those. So please,
even if it's not Neopets,
tell us everything about these games. We are all for it.
Yes.
Yeah. So Merchants of Magic, and then their prototype game, which I think is going to come to Kickstarter next year. I think they said.
I think so.
Which it has the placeholder name. I'm forgetting the placeholder name. Starship. Like Starfall, I'm totally forgetting.
Something. But they
no, didn't you put? Hold on, I think you put it in Discord, if I remember.
Oh, I think I actually did get smart.
Yeah, I think you put it in Discord because I'm totally blanking on the name right now.
Star Driven Gateway.
Yes, Star Driven Gateway. It's a
so glad
it's a placeholder name right now, but the way they described it to us, because it looks a lot like Twilight Imperium.
It does.
But they called it a 2.5x.
Yes,
which we loved. So it has elements of Twilight Imperium, but you're exploring the galaxy, getting resources, and trying to gain favor with this like galactic council. Really, really looks great, and can't wait to try that out when it remotely becomes available.
Yeah, it looks like I don't want to say TI for babies, but it looks like.
No, but that's honestly probably the best way to describe it. Like a beginner's Twilight Imperium.
Where you're still getting the feel, but it's not going to set you back.
Is it a space dating game? No, it's not a space dating game.
No, but I want a space dating game.
But well, I mean, isn't that what Conquest Princess is?
I don't know.
We're gonna have to talk to Seppi. That's space, like space girl themed something.
I want like Cinder, but for space aliens now.
Oh, that could be fun.
Yeah, that's what I want.
All right, yeah. So that was Rockman, and then one more thing, Galactic Cruise. That's the last thing we can talk about.
Yes.
Galactic Cruise is the way it was described to us, it is a lighter Lacerda style heavy game.
Yes.
Where you are running a company building spaceships to take people on galactic cruises to like Saturn, the moon.
It's like WALL-E
and Mars. It's like the prequel to WALL-E, which is totally ironic. But the thing that really sold me on it is Ian O'Toole is doing the art.
It's so the board, like the box art.
The box art is done. But just based on the box art and the demo that we got,
so pretty,
totally up our alley. Like it kind of had elements of like Lisboa, the Gallerist. Like it really had a Lacerda feel. And the second we can play this game like at all, like we're going to.
Yep,
it's gonna happen.
Just have to see it because I'm not gonna lie when I tell you I disassociated for 90% of the presentation.
I mean,
But to be fair, it was again another that one was at 8 a.m. And
yeah, that one was early.
mind you, our bodies didn't acclimate to being on Eastern time.
No.
So we were up until 1 a.m. I need a lot of sleep. I'm a delicate little princess. So I'm running on like 5-6 hours of sleep. And so I definitely like zoned out. And then he's like, and that's the presentation. I'm like, oh crap.
But don't worry,
but
I backfilled you in.
I got enough to, and I think that's partially why I like zoned out, because I was already like, I'm in. Like, it's like, I don't even care what you're about to say because I'm already gonna buy this game. But
Yeah.
it's beautiful.
But that'll be it on Kickstarter first quarter of next year.
Yes. And
But they do have a Facebook group if you want to follow along with the game. There's pictures of the prototype, pictures of the cover. Yeah, just search for Galactic Cruise. It's gonna be a good one, y'all. So that's one we're definitely gonna keep an eye on.
Yeah.
And now I think we are absolutely done.
I would say
those are our games. Those are our experiences.
Yep.
Everything we did at Gen Con. We're done.
Yep.
All right. So appreciate y'all hanging around. Again, this was a little bit of a longer stream. Normally we try to keep it 2 hours, but we went a little bit over. But
Well, we just couldn't stop talking.
yes, we do need to hydrate. I forgot my water, but I will hydrate after we sign off here because I'll just do it now.
You can use the pretty.
Yes.
Use
the pretty.
sparkle.
All right, so for the rest of the week, as we said, on Thursday, of course, Race to the Raft. We'll be doing that at 6:30 p.m. Pacific. And Thursday at noon, the return of the Panda and Phantom show. We don't know what we're playing yet, but we'll be playing something. Kind of miss doing it, but really look forward to getting back into that. No stream. Oh, yeah, Friday, if you've noticed... during the stream, there has been an announcement for Extra Life. Of course, TLN is once again doing a marathon during Extra Life's Tabletop Appreciation Weekend. I will be part of the kickoff party from 5 p.m. Pacific until 9 p.m. Pacific. I will probably be there for a little bit of that, maybe not the whole thing, but we are collecting donations to hopefully beat our $11,000 goal that we hit last year. So if you have anything extra to give, my personal goal was $500 as it was last year. So if you have anything spare to give, the link is there in chat if you want to give to Extra Life. It's a wonderful cause, giving to children's hospitals all over the United States and I believe Canada as well.
I think so.
So that's going to be happening. So you can catch me over on the TLN channel on Friday. And then that'll be it for this week. And then again, fun stuff coming up next week. Stay tuned to socials for the schedules. Let's go find somebody to raid.
Yeah.
We have to send all of these amazing people that have raided us tonight and keep the raid train going, because it has been amazing. So who is on, my dear?
Let me see. I was just going to state donations to Joe go to Seattle Children's, which we do love. They do a lot of really good work out here. So, yes. Let's see. Bonds is on. Kestrel is playing Legend of Zelda.
You know what, to be fair, I should probably raid Bonds, considering...
I was going to say, and that's actually all I have.
Yeah, so funny thing...
yes.
So on Saturday, this past Saturday, we were hanging out with two of our Twitch friends, Alone Shark and Taco Maniac, and Bonds was doing a Game Nerd stream. Apparently they were having this huge sale, and she was, basically live streaming the entire sale all day, and she borrowed Alone Shark's bird camera. So every once in a while, we'd go out there and we would just bomb it.
Yeah.
And Bonds just completely lost it.
Yeah.
It was great how we broke her. That's hard to do. But no, Bonds is a sweetheart. So we're gonna go raid Bondsinator. Let me make sure I spell it right.
Share the love.
And share the love that everybody has given us tonight. We appreciate y'all hanging around. Go give Bonds all the love. We'll go ahead and put the raid commands in there if you are a subscriber or a follower. There we go. And we'll catch y'all on Thursday for Raid the Raft. Again, thank you for the raids tonight. Geek Girl Con, Brandbeard Gaming, Time Roller, Wacky Tabaxi, And Brothers Murph. Yeah. Wow. 5 raids tonight.
You also said raid to the raft because I could.
Oh, I did say raid to the raft.
Raid?
Y'all, it is raid to the raft. Y'all, raid the raft too. Why
Raid
the
the
heck?
raft. We are still not. You can tell we were on vacation, and now our brains
We are
just
not
work.
with it. This was an ease back into streaming stream.
So, time roller. That's what you use when you go to bed.
You know what? I said what I said.
We love it.
Anyway, we love y'all. Thanks for the follows. Thanks for the raid.
Yes.
We'll catch you on Thursday.
Yes.
Take care, y'all.
Bye.